Well, welcome back. I think the entirety of February and the end of January we missed, but life gets in the way. And we're back now. Emma will be joining us shortly. But in the meantime, let's catch everyone up with where we were. Having spent a few days on Kiron Island in the Serenity Library, Faendal managed to get reinstated and then kicked back out of the library in quite an impressive fashion. Then, while essentially under house arrest in his own chambers before he was asked to leave within 24 hours, you set about trying to activate the Dolmen Gate and find a way into the Lost Library to essentially prove Faendal's point and hopefully vindicate him and stop him getting evicted, shall we say. While Thrungi took his time in town, you figured out through trial and error that you could either plug in a couple of elementals or get the machine kick-started through your own spells and then use the elementals to power it, hoping that it would mean it would last longer. Rendi Casono also paid you a visit and became deeply concerned about what you were doing and warned Faendal not to be an idiot before leaving. Still debating what you were up to, but not actively trying to stop you. Eventually, Thrungi did return to the library to find that his access to the vaulted towers had been lost upon his leaving. A tense argument ensued until Rambear sacrificed Polymorph and some wild shapes to get him back to Faendal's study. And finally, with you all gathered, most of you having had a long rest at this point as well, you powered up the machine, plugged back in the elementals, and the gateway to the Lost Library was cracked open, sundering a gap in reality, essentially. For the first time in a millennia, the Lost Library has been forgotten. Traversing the planar corridor, Vent was pulled to another destiny and disappeared to places unknown to you. But not before he gave a paralytic Nyah an explanation via the dream spell. And we will pick up there. So, you all stand in an octagonal room. A large domed glass ceiling creates a spacious feeling, more so by the pure blackness beyond it. Not night sky, nothing. There is a strong breeze pushing at your back from the Dolmen Gate, which whips up a soft layer of dust. And in front of you, maybe Faendal and Balthazar, you're almost up to it, is a chest-high wooden railing, which allows you to look over a gap in the middle of the room, almost like you're on a mezzanine, leading to, you assume, another floor below. Nyah, you are still trapped inside your own mind, having been subjected to irreality, false reality, the space between realities that you weren't quite prepared for. Thrungi has kind of placed you down, standing on your own 2 feet, not that you're aware of it. Balthazar and Faendal, you feel it. The cold pull of something ancient and dark. Your soul begins to ache. Below you, a call beckoning you downwards.
Well, we know we're in the right place. Can I pull out a coin and... I'm assuming there's no lights in here.
There isn't.
And light up a coin and just hold it over the railing to see how far I can see down.
Sure. As you light up the coin, you suddenly snap back into the world away from that call of what you're fairly sure is a sphere, and realise you guys aren't alone in this room. There are the sound of heavy metal footsteps gently echoing on stone in this chamber. You look to your left and right where the sounds are coming from, and through the gloom and your brought up piece of light, you can make out, converging on your position rather rapidly, are 2 large golden ram-like constructs wings of polished metal tucked against their backs as their heads lower into a charging position. I would like you all to roll for initiative.
Are you kidding? You've got Rams here and Emma's not.
And Emma is not here. I will handle initiative.
Yeah, I did want to say, want to let you finish, that when I put Nyah down, I slapped her hard in the face.
It does nothing.
No, it does
But-
damage.
Are you trying to do damage?
No, I'm trying to snap
fine.
her out of whatever she's doing.
I will tell you, it does nothing.
That's fine.
But you are
Slap
distinctly
that.
aware you have something running at you and a paladin who is essentially not here.
I know, that's fine. I just wanted to say that because my plan was to do that before we did anything.
Yeah, no worries.
Wow.
Great
Well,
start
why-
for the creatures.
Yeah, you're not. I think you're paralyzed for like 10 minutes, so you've got like.
Yeah, you are
100
paralyzed
rounds.
for a total of 10 minutes.
So you'll be able to act in 100 rounds.
25 to 20.
21.
22.
Oh,
Oh,
22
starting
for
off
Faendal.
strong already.
Faendal. Balthazar was 21.
Yep.
20 to 15.
16.
Or can someone roll for Rambear as well? Rambear as well.
I'll do it.
Rambear
Yeah,
has
just-
+1 to initiative.
To be fair,
11.
just go to a page of
11.
D&D
Cool.
roll.
Nyah, what did you get?
6.
Appropriate.
Cool. Faendal, you're up first. Balthazar, you're on deck. I will send you a photo so you have it, but you're essentially in an octagonal room, and the closest one, which would be south, essentially directionally, is from you, Faendal, about 50 odd feet away by your estimate.
50 odd feet south.
Yeah, I'm sending you a map now.
Alright.
It's very rough and sketched, so feel free to ask questions.
That ruins that one.
I say, Balthazar, you're on deck.
where is this map being sent?
Facebook chat, because my phone isn't connected to Discord.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I was going to say.
What I
Let
will
me get it.
do is...
Alright. So. Okay. Oh, big room. Okay.
Yeah, each square is 5 feet. And directly behind Thrungi and Nyah is the Dolmen Gate.
Okay, doke. How big are these? Oh, they're large.
They are large creatures.
Oof. Interesting. Yeah. I guess I will do that. I'll do that. I will charge towards the one south. Angry Storm. Angry Wizard.
20 feet?
Scream. It's 50 feet away from me, so 20 feet to the corner.
To the corner, yeah.
And I'll scream, "You will not take this from me," and cast Maximilian Earthen Grasp beneath it.
Beneath it. Sure.
Well, yeah, like in front of it, like to grab it, but like coming up. It will make a strength save. I am going to. Oh, I
Strength
used
save,
quite a lot. I was gonna maybe use extra stuff on that, but
Strength save?
yeah,
A
I know.
20, 23.
yeah, that saves. But there's a hand in front of it.
What's
now.
the level of the spell?
That's a second level spell.
Second level spell. You cast this spell out at it, and you see it. You see the earthen grass kind of come up and go to grab it, or you envision it comes up and goes to grab it, but the magic kind of hits its form, and suddenly it decoalesces and springs up right next to you and grabs you.
Oh.
Ah.
You need to make a strength saving throw against your own spell save DC.
Well, that's excellent, because I have an absolutely great strength. Natural one, so that's a total of 0.
So you are now under the effects of Maximilian's Earthling Grasp.
Which you can dispel?
You take 2d6 bludgeoning damage and are currently restrained.
Which I can dispel straight away.
You can instantly drop it if you want, yes.
I still take the 2d6 bludgeoning.
You do indeed.
Rolling my own damage.
Is that the turn? You got a bonus action?
I'll move up, and then move 10 feet backwards, I guess. That takes me out of my anger.
Sure.
I'll 3 feet forwards, I think. So, oh no, I moved 25, so I'll move 5 feet backwards again.
I got you. Balthazar. Thrungi, you're on deck.
So, where have you just stepped, Faendal? Have you stepped to the south?
Yeah, he stepped to the south and he's about 15, 20 feet in front of you.
Okay.
I'm the corner, I'm 1 row above. 1 square above the corner.
Alright, can I cast Starlight Barrier to the north?
Just
behind,
as in block the way,
just block the corridor, yeah.
Sure. How far away from you?
Sleeping.
Go halfway along that,
The straight edge you're on, yeah? Or the
not on the one we're on, the one above us.
Got it.
Yeah, I can't do compass right now.
No worries, I got it.
Northwest. There we go.
Cool, Starlight Barrier is there.
And that's
Is
gonna
that
have to be it.
junction at the...
Bonus actions, I can't really do anything right now, I don't think. No. I will just get ready for the other one to come at us.
Let's go. For some reason I've closed Balthazar's action. Cool, that is the end of Balthazar's turn. Thrungi, you're up.
Thrungi is just gonna stay put, protecting Nyah.
Okay, do you want to shift round to the south of Nyah, so you're then blocking her from the one that isn't blocked by a barrier?
Yes, and push Rambear out of the way.
And then
a little bit, yeah. And then I'll just hold my action for if something comes at us.
Fair enough. That's enough. Right, the other one. Let's see if it spots the barrier. I'm gonna say no. So it'll move far.
Cool.
So it moves along, and it now sees the barrier, and frustrated is going to. You're going to see it in the light of the Starlight Barrier. You see these tucked wings that were against it unfurl, and it beats them hard with like the sound of metal sliding on metal, and it takes to the air, using its action to dash. How high does Starlight Barrier go?
Only 5 feet, I think.
Yeah, 15 foot long. It's 3 feet high, but
3 feet high.
Again, it's a work in progress spell, so I'll make change that. So yeah, it's going to move 60 feet fly speed up and over the barrier. It essentially comes to where Thrungi moved from.
And Thrungi just swears.
But it has used its action to get there, so it then can't do anything to Nyah or Balthazar. But you are now behind you, gorgeous. A large winged goat, essentially. Made of gold, it seems to be. Rambear's turn. Who wants to act for Rambear? or just do something simple?
Yeah, I don't think Rambear's spellcaster is a bit more complicated than just like if it was a hitting thing. Maybe you do something.
To keep it simple and to not use any spell slots, they will Thorn Whip, the one that is next to Nyah and Balthazar, as a reaction. That is an 11 to hit, it doesn't hit. Just unleashes the Thorn Whip, it clacks against the metal side and goes away. But with the grappler feat, I'm going to say Rambear can very easily kind of shift Nyah around and take that space, such that the paralysed Nyah is not in.
Actually giving it some use.
I have recently modified the grappler feat to try and make it a little better. We'll see how it goes. But that is the end of Rambear's turn. It is Nyah's turn. Nyah, you are paralysed. Which means you can't move or speak. And can't take actions or reactions. So
I'm assuming I also don't know what's going on.
no, you have no clue. You're still kind of processing that dream spell.
Yeah, okay.
Which then means we come round to that goat. It's going to charge directly towards Faendal. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 straight into him. Because so far he's the only one that's actually done anything to it, or tried to do anything to it. Has moved straight. It's gonna do a ram attack against you. That is a 13 to hit.
I cast shield.
Okay.
And they no.
It rams into you, deflects away, and it scuttles back, and it comes in with a second ram, but this one with a lot less force because it hasn't charged into you. And that is a 16 to hit, which I think even with shield still up doesn't hit still.
16 is shield.
Is it? You only got a dex for a +1.
Yeah. If I had mage armor
I
still.
thought you were +2. Okay, but as I say, it doesn't get the charge damage on this because your shield has nullified that, which means you take not a lot of damage. 8 points of bludgeoning damage as this metal horn just like slams up into your gut. You lose your wind for a second. That is the end of its turn. Faendal, you're up. Balthazar, you're on deck.
Right. Well, I can't exactly run away now. It's in my space. So I can't prepare the things. I can't prepare the new spells. But I can use the meta magic stuff now?
Yes.
Off the bat?
Yep.
You know what? Yep. Off the bat then. Whatever. You know what? I'm here and I'm not having it ruined by some blooming goat. Meta magic myself from Tensor Transformation.
Yeah, let's go for it. Brief pause for a second. Brief pause a second. Emma, do you want to turn your camera on? Yay! Good to go. Brief rundown. You're in combat. You are in the initiative order. You did a Thorn Whip last turn that did nothing and moved Nyah out of danger. I didn't want to use your spell slots in case they missed. I just used the cantrip.
We're fighting rams.
Oh, you're fighting golden metal rams with wings.
We also can't hear you, Emma. Or I can't, anyway.
No, I can't.
Not muted. I can't hear you.
While Emma sorted that, Faendal.
Anyway, yeah.
Bonus action, Tensor Transformation.
Sorcery points. I'm manipulating the fabric of magic now.
Yeah.
Quickening this. Drawing my sword. I'm not having this. And I was like, I finally made it here. And no pesky metal golem is gonna stop me. And I go Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blonde hair. From nowhere. He's bald.
So I get advantage on attack rolls.
Yeah.
Get with a weapon attack. I also get they take extra damage. Efficient dwarf things. Efficient saves. Okay. First attack.
You're currently
with advantage.
deaf, so try and deafen yourself. Yeah, roll attack.
30-20. Oh no, +5? No, wait, what? +5? Why is it +5?
Because you use your intelligence to attack, I think.
Oh, no, it's because I had proficiency.
Cool. That definitely hits. You
For
bring
24.
your magically enabled, like, form like stub of a sword into a full length saber, crashing down onto the thing. Roll damage.
1d8 plus 1. 4 plus 10. So close. That's only 9 for that.
9 points of damage. Cool.
Second attack.
Yep.
21 to hit.
Hits, right?
22 even. So. 4 plus. Oh my god, so that's 10 total. No. 9 and 10, that's so depressing.
Another 10.
Uh,
You score some
and
pretty
that's-
deep hits into it.
That's it, that's my turn.
That's your turn. Balthazar, Thrungi, you're on deck.
That's muted. Can I whip out my sword and take the attack action to stab it?
Yeah, go for it. You get 2 attacks him.
I do, yeah. 16 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. I think it's that one. 9 damage. And 2 cold damage.
2 cold damage. Yeah. You see the frost kind of go over some of its metal work and begin to like get into the cracks.
Can I spend a key point to do a stunning strike with that?
Yeah, you can.
Sweet. Constitution saving throw.
Immune to.
DC
That's a natural
16.
1. That is stunned.
Hey! Awesome.
You see it, so like you get your sword in there and jam it into like a metal point, and you feel like the cold blast go in, and you focus on it, and you sense some like the gears or whatever in the constructs inside kind of freeze up for a second, and it's like constant motion freezes, and it's like teetering there.
Cool. I will just swing at it again. My second attack.
Yep.
That
You have
does not hit, I'm
advantage 'cause
assuming.
it's-
11?
You have
Okay,
advantage 'cause it's-
that's awesome. It's a 27 to hit.
That hits.
Which is 6 and 4 cold.
6 and 4, so that's 10.
And then flurry of blows to hit it with a double unarmed strike.
Yeah, go for it.
Do I have to roll those separately or just
So
one?
they're both at advantage, and they're 2 separate attacks.
Okay, so it's an advantage for the first one is 15 total.
That misses. You come in
Okay.
and clang, and you just hit a solid piece of metal.
Roll it properly. 21 to hit for the second one.
That hits. Roll that damage.
4.
4. Nice. You that second one, like you hit that point, you're like, ow, and you're like, fine. You punch it again, and this time that metal like dents inwards, and you feel something bend underneath.
Cool.
It is now
That is
that
me.
goat's turn. It's stunned. It doesn't do anything. Which means it's Rambear's turn, who still doesn't have a functioning mic. It's currently showing you're muted.
I'm pretty sure it's my go first.
Oh, I do apologise, Bryn. It's actually
So you have
isn't
extra
stunned
round.
yet. Your turn is before the stun. You've got a couple round turns yet.
Also, on a side point, Balthazar's character sheet doesn't appear to give him any bonuses to ability scores from first level, nor is his resilient feat giving him proficiency in dex saves.
We'll take a look at that later.
I know. I'm going to swing around. Balthazar's moved now, hasn't he?
I didn't move. No,
Oh, you've attacked.
I
the
just
same
waited
one.
for it to come to me.
I fixed the dex thing. It seemed to have been set to not proficient for some reason.
Weird. Okay, cool. Seeing how Balthazar and Rambear are with this second goat thing, construct.
Yeah.
Thrungi is just going to yell, I'm going to leave that to you two. This one's mine. Faendal's not doing much.
So you're going to charge down to
Rude
Faendal's fighting.
Yeah.
Faendal is currently like buffeted by winds of magic, a glowing saber, and you're like,
That's
not
pretty
good enough.
rude. I'm like, what? Epic moment.
It
What do you
wasn't.
mean?
And Thrungi's now going to come make it more epic. And he charges down to help out Faendal.
And rages as he does so.
Yeah, let's go.
And also we'll go reckless because fuck it. It's fun.
Fuck it, let's go.
Right, so that's an 18 on the die,
That hits.
and then for damage, 11.
Nice. Huge, like, scoring mark into it. It also, like, battles one of its leg joints a little bit.
For the second one is a 4 and a natural 20.
Roll those reckless, rage, whatever, dice.
Right. So it's. I need to remember how many dice I get now.
D12, because it's a great axe. Double it. I think
Yeah.
you're still only on one extra
I think
critical.
it's still only at 1 as well. Brutal critical.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it till next level.
Cool. So essentially 3d12 if you want to roll multiple dice.
I like rolling.
Plus your
multiple.
strength. Plus the +1 on the weapon. Plus your rage damage.
Yes. Let's roll the dice first.
Rambear, you are on deck, though.
24 plus the plus 6, so 30 plus the rage, 33.
30. This huge like comes down and you almost like sever its neck joint. It like holds together, but like this thing, and you can now like see kind of inside its workings where there is like, it's almost magical, pure magic inside. There's a few like gear constructs, but like where something would traditionally have like a reactor, like a fuel source or something like that, it seems to be like funneled and fueled by magic, and it starts like leaking from its joints bits of magic. It is now the one that Balthazar stuns turn. It's stunned, doesn't do anything. Rambear, is your mic working yet?
Can you hear me?
Yeah!
I missed you guys.
Let's go. It's your turn.
Fuck, I don't know what's happening, so I
Map
was
is in the
messing
Facebook
around.
channel because my phone's not on Discord at the minute. You've currently got a stunned, winged gold metal goat-like creature standing in front of you.
Okay. So I'm gonna need some help with my character sheet because I'm not on Twitch. I have to verify my thing on Twitch to get onto D&D Beyond. But very quickly, I am gonna. So what's Faendal doing over at 1? What was his last bit?
Faendal has invoked his warrior form essentially. So his broken saber is now a full magical saber. There's a buffeting
He's in
wind of magic.
melee
around
combat.
him. Yeah, and he's like, he looks buffer. Like
Yeah,
he actively
with-
looks like a sailor,
I look-
like a wiry sailor strength. Essentially, is what he looks like now.
Oh, yeah,
Rambear's very scared. Hasn't seen this.
You
We're
have
gonna.
seen this before. He has done that transformation.
Have you done this
in
before?
his-
During the speeches and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so just let's say just south of 1, so that it catches the back half of 1. But if Faendal's like actively punching, he's not going to be affected. I want a moonbeam behind level
Moonbeam. What level?
3. No, wait. How long have we been fighting these guys?
2 rounds.
2 rounds.
And this one is looking pretty beaten up. Thrungi just nearly cut its head off.
If I can
Thrungi did say that you two have got the one that's next to you. He did before he ran towards this one, so you two handle this one.
Yeah, Thrungi's down there with Faendal.
Thrungi's
Oh,
next
Drunky's
to
down
me.
there now. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, we'll do.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
an
we
old
back half at 2.
Back up 2. It is stunned, but I think it's a con save for Moonbeam. What level are you casting it at?
4.
Level 4? Okay. that doesn't actually matter for that. That is a total of 18 for a Constitution saving throw.
I think.
Oh,
On
no,
16.
That's technically incorrect. Ignore that. I'm going to reroll. Sorry, can't read my rules. That is a 9.
Oh.
That is a failure.
On 16, Rambear.
On 16. Thank you. Okay, and then Moonbeam at level 4 is 48. No,
5
40,
to
10. Wait, what?
5d10. What? Sorry.
5 to
5.
10 at 4. Sorry, that's 5th level. 40 10.
40, 10.
Yeah. Okay.
I scrolled down too far.
4d10.
40 10.
So that's going to be 16.
16 points of damage.
Okay.
Huge glancing blow onto it. It doesn't fully hit with all the power you kind of hoped it would, but it seems to like creep into its joint work and do a healthy chunk of damage. Is that your turn?
Yeah, until I've got my character sheet up, it will be my turn.
It is Nyah's turn. She is paralysed. Still.
But then it's only 98 rounds.
Still good. It is now the goat with Thrungi and Faendal. You see, like, as I said, it's like bursting at the seams kind of thing, and it kind of pulls its head up slightly, opens its mouth, and you see that magic that was inside begin to coalesce in its mouth, and it lets forth a cone of magic towards you. Can you both make me a dexterity saving throw, please? And it's a 15-foot cone. Doesn't hit Nyah. Nyah is just out of range. You two managed to essentially block it. Nyah is 20 feet away.
Please don't kill me while I'm unconscious. Very sad.
That's the only way to kill it, isn't it? What'd you get? Faendal?
12.
12. You take 17 points of force damage. Thrungi?
Right.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking to those two.
No, Thrungi and Faendal dexterity saving throws. You have advantage because of being a barbarian.
Yep.
Con
Dexterity saving throw is, I'm pretty sure, not that great. 15.
15. You take 8 points of force damage. You did save.
Cool.
concentration.
Cool. That is its turn, which means we're back at the top of the initiative order. Faendal, Balthazar, you're on deck.
Ow! But it doesn't hit me. It just kind of ruffles the hair because I'm HP. The glowing thing, and I'm like, oh, no! And slash again. Because I'm a melee fighter. God damn it.
I love the sheer madness of this party sometimes. The wizard wants to be a melee fighter. The paladin doesn't have any hit points.
That's a 9 to hit.
A 9 to hit does not hit. You come you're blind.
I thought that 20!
Yeah!
20 to 19.
You're initially a bit blind, swing wild with that first hit, and then you're just like, and then you come back on the upper swing, and like through that hole that Thrungi went, you just jam your magical saber straight down the middle of it. Roll damage.
Actually, that's technically worse than just like hitting twice.
Yeah, but it's still cooler. Roll damage.
Cooler, yeah. So that's 2d8, 5. Well, that is. Oh, no, not that. Not that. 4d10. Please be a good amount. 20! So that's 20. What did I say?
26.
10. What?
Regardless,
Sorry,
how do you want to do this?
That misses a feint. It's like a feint for it to dodge and then decapitated.
You just come
People
back
just like,
up through that
like
hole
Aikido.
that you made, and just and the head goes spinning off into the wall based on your angle, and just clang conk onto the floor, and the construct kind of just stops and almost like gracefully kneels down rather than full collapsing. As you see the energy within inside kind of just slowly dim away. Balthazar.
And then
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna turn straight around, being like, I don't have time for this and storm up towards the two. Not doing anything. Storm up. Like, behind where Rambear is.
Gotcha. Balthazar. It is stunned till the end of your turn, so you still have advantage.
I've had some success with this sword, so I'm just going to keep wailing on it.
Let's go.
18 hits.
Hits, roll damage. By the way, I posted an image of what they look like in the in-game chat on Discord.
They look so cool.
7 and 1 cold. And I'll swing again.
You always roll really bad cold damage, I've found.
Yeah,
It's, like
it's only a
ones and
d4,
twos.
but it's really one. 26 to hit.
That hits.
Roll that. And that.
You just see Balthazar going like full like Japanese.
Another 1 cold damage and 12.
So 13.
Yep.
This thing is looking. This thing's got like rents covered in frost all over it at this point, and it's starting to struggle itself.
Cool. I will spend another key point and wail on it some more.
Cool. Another 2 flurry of blows attacks.
17 to hit
Yeah.
for 6 damage.
Ooh.
And 26 to hit.
You're getting so close to
Or-
criticals.
Another 6 damage.
It's still up, but it is beaten.
Oh
to
my God.
shreds. Yeah, it likes barely standing on its feet, like you've buckled in joints and everything. And its head like is caved in, the wings are damaged. But amazingly, it's still on its feet.
Cool.
Thrungi,
Guess what I'm doing?
you're skirting around behind the Dolmen Gate to go hit it.
What do you mean behind the Dolmen Gate? I'm literally just going to use Nyah as a jumping post and jump over their heads and just smash it with my axe.
Okay, make me an athletics check.
I mean, that's acrobatics. Doing a flip.
That is. Do you say athletics?
Yes.
That is 16.
I had set a relatively high DC because Nyah is paralysed and fundamentally doesn't have the ability to react to a large dwarf like shoving her. But 16 is enough that nothing bad happens, and you go flying over the top. Make an attack roll.
I'm doing reckless again, and I got a 17 and a 20.
Cool. It had 2 hit points. How do you want to do this?
I literally just, as I go through, literally you see the axe doesn't actually have time to hit it because I didn't manage to push off Nyah the way I wanted. I pushed off a bit too hard. So I actually you just see Thrungi actually just go through it and come out the other side as it explodes.
You want it to explode, do you?
Not actually explode,
Yeah.
like the metal and stuff just...
Metal goes springing off.
Yeah.
Its head shatters like its 2 horns come off, and its form kind of crumples down, and that we are out of initiative order.
I'm storming off now because I don't want to waste time.
Okay, where are you storming off to?
Done with. I'm going to try and circle to the north. Alright, what can we see?
Good question.
Very dark.
Skipping through all the combat tracks. Almost there. Damn it.
We do. You want to go get them?
What can you see? Roll a perception check.
Well,
12. As I say, you're in a not very well lit room, and while Starlight Barrier is still up, you've got a dim glow around the room. As you kind of take in the room, you realise there's not really much in here. It's, by your best estimation, this is kind of like a communal space, maybe a walkthrough, or a place where people would come to kind of look through the large domed window. You can't quite make out the darkness below. You can make out kind of some shapes of some kind of stuff down there. It's not like just an empty space. If you had a bit of light, it might help. I will say Rambear with your passive perception. As like everyone's kind of taking the room and you're just kind of settling in, you hear a soft clink of metal from just overhead. Looking up, you see a small bird-like creature takes flight and then swoops down over the balcony towards the floor below, and then is kind of lost in the darkness down there.
Do I have a direction to go? Like, do I see doors and the doors and stuff? Or...
So what's your dark vision? 60 foot, yeah?
Yeah.
You can definitely see the door behind the Dolmen Gate. And
I'm very impatient, so I'm just going to say to everyone else,
you can
"Oh, we
see
must be
it.
quick."
But you don't
Yeah.
have the pull of. You have the pull of down, straight down.
Bird.
So, when we must be quick, and I'm going to go through the door behind the Dolmen Gate. Well, I'm going to open it, but this will resolve at the same time.
Before Chris does that, can Rambear react to the bird?
Yes.
So you like a bird-like creature.
Yep.
It isn't actually a bird.
You heard it make the sound of metal, and it seemed to glint slightly in the light of the starlight barrier.
How soon after combat is this?
Pretty soon after.
Faendal's in a
Moonbeam.
rush.
You're
Got
gonna
limited.
You're just gonna try and shift Moonbeam onto it. Tell you what, roll me an initiative check. Because this
Initiative
thing
check.
is quite fast.
Yeah,
It's whether
you
you
can
have
quicker than
the
it.
ability to get it.
Sorry. Oh, I'm so bad at initiative. 17?
17 does beat it. So I'll say, as it's like coasting down, you quickly move the Moonbeam over the top of it. That is a Constitution save. For a 13.
And that's level 4, 40, 10. Rolls are terrible. 15.
15. You hit it, and you see a lot of the metal almost like burn and fuse as it flies away. And like one of its wings starts kind of limping a little bit, but it still managed to just about survive and coast off into the darkness. The Moonbeam does, with its dim light, reveal what a little bit further down into the below area. Into the below. It's only maybe about a 30-foot drop from where you are to the floor below. And it seems to be... I have so many notes, sorry. Yeah, that's wrong. It seems to be kind of a large open space with a number of desks, almost like writing desks, from what you can tell. And you think you possibly see movement down there.
We need to start heading down, don't we?
Do you say anything, Rambear?
Oh,
If you don't, I'm going through the door.
Huh?
Because if you don't, I'm going through the door.
nah. I mean, well,
Okay, no.
do you not notice? Are you not trying to look down?
Faendal's in
Anyway.
a rush. I am in the
Oh.
Super Saiyan. It doesn't last very long, and also he wants to go places. There is
Rambear
something
knows
tickling
this
the back of his
Faendal.
mind.
Rambear's seen this Faendal. Yeah, Rambear's gonna say there's people down there or something.
We
Gonna
need
try
to
and
be
get
down
rid-
there. We need to find our way down there. I don't care if there's people down there.
Okay. Maybe we should maybe we should be trying to be quiet when we go down. Do I still have it?
I don't care if they get in my way. They get in my way.
This is exactly the sort of attitude that got you kicked out of the library.
And I walk through the door behind the door again.
Cool.
While he walks past,
Oh
I'm just
my
gonna
God.
slap my hand in front of him and just light up a piece of his clothing. I don't know what you want to pick, because the light on that will last for an hour.
As I do dramatics, I realise I'm wearing a displacer cloak. I've got the little tendrils. I'll do a dramatic like. scarf thing. To do that, you can slap that and that lights up.
Alright, light up the displacer cloak for you.
I'm still gonna pass without trace us.
Okay.
Probably a good idea.
This door is not locked. So you swing it open, and you come face to face with essentially a library. Full to the brim with floor-to-ceiling bookshelves. You can spot some those rolling ladders that go along the shelves, dotted around. Dark brown wood, but covered in a fine layer of dust. It's maybe a few feet between shelves. It's quite a tight squeeze. Yeah, that's what you find.
I storm ahead.
Storm ahead. Cool. With that light spell, what's the range? Decent enough light spell plus your dark vision. You are presented maybe 60 odd feet. Beyond the door that you entered is another door. To the right of you is a column wall. So it's not an actual wall, but it's columns holding up the ceiling that kind of acts as a half wall kind of thing, which leads, you can see, into further more bookshelves and a couple of open spaces where there's circular tables, which you assume people would read books at or something like that. They pull from the stacks. Rambear, you hear, coming from below before you follow him in, there is a faint kind of buzzing sound almost from below. That's all.
I'm just gonna, that thing where you feel like you got water in your ear? I'm gonna sort of try and get rid of that noise.
Well, Faendal is stormed off.
That noise fades as you walk away.
The ear trick works.
Balthazar's gonna turn around and see Nyah incapacitated for the first time and realize that we're not fighting anything, so we can think about it for more than a second, and realize that I have lesser restoration, and I will attempt to unparalyze her.
I'm so sorry, I didn't realize you were still paralyzed.
Faendal's storming off.
Faendal's gone.
Faendal's passive perception probably did notice.
He just doesn't care.
He's very distracted right now. He has other things on his
that
mind.
Works instantly. Casted Lesser Restoration. Nyah, you suddenly feel like
Cool.
It's a feeling you felt twice before at this point, of calming, peaceful waters, helping you from a dark place, and it just kind of brings you back in the room, and it allows you to kind of forget that weird time of being in a place that shouldn't exist, that was the corridor that you walked through, and you are conscious, and you see two kind of broken golden goat-like things either side of you, and Balthazar touching.
I'm gonna look around and be like, what? I think I've been out of it.
Yeah, you were paralyzed for a bit. You haven't missed much. We came through the door, and then these two things attacked us. Faendal has already stormed off. We should probably follow him.
You saw that vent left.
No.
The only
I didn't see
people who have seen
anything.
that were...
He's just
Was
not
that, no,
here.
Rambear was the only one to see it. Thrungi was picking up Nyah, who was paralysed at this point, so didn't see it, and you two were too focused on getting through. Only Rambear saw it.
I think this is at the point where I realized that I haven't noticed that Vent was missing yet, because there's just chaos as soon as we walked in the door and go, oh yeah, where's Vent? What happened?
I still haven't.
He's gone. He came into my mind. I don't know how, but he came into my mind and he spoke to me and he said bye, but he's gone on a mission to murder some people.
So he's not here because he wanted
doesn't sound
to
like
not
Ben.
be here?
I don't think he'll be coming back anytime soon, but yeah, he seemed okay with leaving. It was his choice.
Okay. I want to say we can think about that more later, because we don't know how long we're going to be in here.
Yeah,
But,
well gone. Okay.
Yeah. I was starting to like him. How far has Faendal got at this point?
I don't know. How far have you gone, Faendal?
Storm to the door at the end of the corridor. Not looking, I'm very tunnel vision right now.
Yep.
Do I feel the spear presence tilt backwards, parallax, self or something?
Yeah, it's a subtle shift. Rambear, you've entered into this room, and you can hear a slightly... It's not a buzzing, it's more like a humming coming from somewhere in this room. Like, kind of like a soft mechanical hum. Like a refrigerator kind of concept.
When Rambear tries the ear thing, the noise is still there.
It's still there.
Yeah, Rambear's gonna have a little wander around. It's really annoying, right? It's one of those really annoying noises.
Yeah, it's kind of coming from beyond the column wall, as it denoted it. Faendal has gone over to the other door. Faendal, Thrungi, what are you doing?
I'm letting Faendal run off and sticking with the rest of the group.
Fair enough. Three of you we will circle back to.
I give Thrungi like a slight nod because Nyah's assuming that he's the one that carried her. That's what always happens.
Reasonable assumption he's probably the only one that could carry you in full armor.
Yeah.
Rambear might.
Like a silent throw.
Faendal, you're at the door. As Rambear heads towards the other half of this large room.
I like the idea that Rambear followed trying to take care of Faendal and like a butterfly appeared and Rambear just went, ooh. I'm tunnel vision, I've got to do it, I've got to go through the door.
Cool.
Roll a dex save.
Make a strength saving throw.
Oh, actually, that's fine. I have proficiency now.
How long does your buffness
21.
last?
21.
Pencils is 10 minutes.
You
Okay.
take 9.5 to 4 points of force damage as you go to pull the door, and fairly familiar runes to this point, considering what you warded your own door with, suddenly flash around the doorknob and blast into you. You manage to like hold your feet and not get thrown away, but like that hurt. You realise this door seems to be warded and or locked.
Oh no.
Rambear's gonna turn to Faendal and be like, "Shh! I'm trying to. Can you not hear that?"
I very much ouch. Because that killed my concentration.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
Do I have to make concentration on 10 HP hit?
You've still taken.
Nyah's not
Don't
not
take
anymore.
any real damage at least. But it wouldn't have helped if Nyah were there. I got 5.
Really sees that happen though.
But, 1 minute. It means I have to make another con save now that's harder. 8. I am exhausted.
You've been here 2 minutes.
Not even that, like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Out. I do not like this door.
Rambear, you see through like through the stacks, you see like a light blue glow coming from further in.
Light's like, is it like magical light or?
I mean, it's blue, so it's unlikely.
Yeah,
to
but
be
you get
natural.
weird firelight, you know.
I'm very
You
quickly.
can't
I'm
really
going to touch.
tell from just the ambient glow whether it is someone burning. What burns blue? No, cobalt? No, it's like green.
I think it emits white light anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah, did I
I
notice that?
carbon burns blue when it's hot enough.
Let's go with
Just
that.
a hot flame.
So, what are you doing around there?
Did Rambear notice Faendal get zapped and then turn into little Faendal, little old Faendal
He
again?
was just all the wind out of his sails. And then the transformation really got to him. Just like, I'm the leader. Oh no.
Oh no, I'm a fry old man again.
I was like an electric dog, you know, them like shock dog just goes, oh no.
I'd say based on the timing, no, you didn't spot it. It's not
Oh,
like
interesting.
not like it lights up bright. It's like these flash of runes in the close proximity, and it's the force. It's just a physical force.
Okay, so I just assume that Faendal's gone through the door. I'm still investigating this. So sorry, I see it glowing beyond these columns. You can't get past the columns though.
Oh, you can get past the columns. There's open spaces in between.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah,
like
the
it's like a
wall-
partitioner, a divider kind of thing that people just.
Ah. I'm gonna go to the other side of the columns. See what's this. See what this is all about.
Cool. As you come around the corner there and into kind of one of the more open spaces where there's like a table in the center and like the stacks kind of stop a little bit, you come into the space, and coming out from the stacks is a floating...
Do this quietly.
Roll a stealth check for me.
With pass without trace, just
That is true.
Okay. Pass from that trace gives me +10.
Yeah.
So that was a 10 plus 10 plus stealth. I think I make it. I've got 20 plus 5. Yeah, 25. Oh no, disadvantage. Sorry.
Why do you have
Because I'm
disadvantage?
the stupid. There's a half stupid loud armor.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's 17.
Oh no.
Like you take a lot of care to try and keep the armor from clanking a little bit too much, and you come and you stay in the shadows before entering into that full space. But you see entering the space a floating, slightly spherical like construct made of 3 silver arms that kind of orbit around a slightly like buzzing blue electric glow in the center, and it seems to kind of be going up and down some of the like stacks, almost like it's inspecting the books there.
This is above Rambear's knowledge here. This is creepy. Rambear's going back and grabbing buff Faendal. He'll know what to do.
Cool.
Only the buff one though. Normal Faendal is not going to be able to help in this situation.
Start heading back. The 3 of you who are still in the octagonal room, you have all been standing there long enough to start hearing that buzzing coming from down below, and it's like an off-key buzzing. Like it's not like a natural, constant drone of a bee. Like it's almost like a little out of sync. What would you like to do?
Weird. Follow into this room where those 2 just disappeared into.
Cool. You head in just in time to kind of see Rambear head back from the right of you, essentially, and you can still see the light spell that is on Faendal at the far end of the corridor, or the room, I should say.
As I turn away from the door, very dejected, very upset at my coolness, I'll touch my gem at my neck to regain some charges.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I get 3 spell slots. And I'll ask someone if I'll look older, more tired than normal as well. Like, anyone help? I messed up. I'm sorry, I rushed ahead. I got overexcited.
Did you find the stairs?
No, the door hurts me. Can anyone help? I'm so tired now. Oh.
You gonna stop rushing ahead?
Yes. Me begging someone to maybe clear my exhaustion.
Can we do that?
Greater restoration is the only way.
I don't think I have a way to do that.
Please. I beg of you.
No. I
It's not you that I'm begging to.
cannot help you being tired. I really wanted to throw in an old man for event's sake.
So you've all kind of met Faendal up around the door. What are you doing?
I don't know if I have greater restoration here. Have I got it
no.
prepared?
Not prepared it.
No.
No.
Oh, that's a terrible thing because this is going to be a lot of skill checks.
It's gonna be a lot. Maybe we should rest. We don't have time to rest. Shit.
I don't
We
think we have
literally
time to
just
rest.
had a long rest.
Yeah, you can't take a long rest for another day now.
Yeah, I think I messed up.
It's fine, Faendal, you're just gonna have to.
Did we just had? When you say we just had a long rest, when was our long rest?
You had a long rest, like, you finished about an hour before Thrungi turned up.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Damn.
What are you doing to the door? Or are you going back where you came and trying a different route?
I think
mean,
we should
I
find another
now
room.
inspect the door, unless Rambear mentions the weird thing that she found.
Oh yeah, that's the thing I was coming back for. I mean,
Oh,
Rambear returns and is very concerned for Faendal, who looks much worse than they remember. Oh my god. And it's gonna
Put my sword
like,
away,
whisper.
lean on my staff. What did you find, Rambear? Sorry, I'll be stealthy with my brightly lit cape. What did you find, Rambear?
And Rambear's gonna try and explain the weird orb with arms that seem to be like looking at the stuff.
Can I? Arcana check to see if I know what it is.
You can make your choice of Arcana or History. Well, no, it would be History, not Arcana.
History, not Arcana.
History.
Magical
It's the same.
construct. It's the same, but still.
It is History.
That's a. Oh, I did it with advantage, actually. 17.
17. You've done research enough, and again, before now you didn't necessarily know for a fact whether these were real, but in various folk tales and stuff. The library, you've heard mention of glass masks before in the library. You've also heard of monitors. Essentially, almost sentient, but not quite, constructs which were charged with maintaining the Dewey Decimal System, for lack of a better the order of the library, making sure things were stacked properly and being helpful resources to people who were studying at the library.
You mean you haven't created a proper fictional library organizational system?
Nope.
What was the other thing you mentioned?
They were basically they were responsible for organising the books
Oh,
and
Other thing.
capable.
Glass. You said
Glass masks. Glass masks, again, feel like a weird thing. There was one children's story that mentioned glass masks. That the story was about a thief who tried to break into the Lost Library, and they had to avoid the glass masks, who almost acted like the security of the library to stop things being stolen from it.
I will relay. There are many creatures that are said to have lived within the library. This could be one of these, the monitor, and then explain that. And I'll also explain beware of these glass masks. It might not be a real thing, but also in one tale, but there might be security.
And I think there we will take a break before you decide to do anything else. So yeah, we'll meet back up in a little bit and pick back up. See you in a bit.
I've got more to say about office chairs.
Fair enough.
Sorry, yeah.
Cool. Welcome back. So picking back up, Rambear had just mentioned that they'd spotted a monitor that Faendal explained, and Faendal had just been blasted by a locked door. What would you like to do?
I would maybe perhaps say that we avoid the monitor. We don't want to alert people that we are here. I know I possibly alert people that we are here.
I'd say that's a good idea. If that door is locked, maybe we try another one from the main center
I
ring.
might have a check on it this time rather than trying to rush through it. Can I look at the runes?
Sure. Roll a Arcana check.
Disadvantage.
Indeed.
17.
Gotta love that plus 13.
Uh,
Yeah, it doesn't seem like an overly complex warding. It seems to kind of be components of evocation capable of damaging and pushing someone, and abjuration very similar to kind of the arcane lock like spell, but not the hardest thing in the world to kind of circumvent if you try.
Can I try?
How are you trying?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Can I attempt to dispel the magic on it?
Sure. What level?
Just a third.
Just the third?
In fact, thematically, because I've just restored it from the crystal, I'm going to literally channel the power from the crystal. Just from crystal. Because it was a third level spell anyway. I gained. It was directly from there.
Sorry, just checking.
Do I need to roll?
That's exactly what I'm checking. No, you do not.
Good.
Cast a spell, you see the runes flare up and then subside. And it appears that the warding on this door is no longer there. It still does appear to have been locked by a mechanical method. But other than that, it is a door.
Is there a keyhole or something?
Yeah.
I attempt to create item and key. I know I can't see the internal lockings, I suppose, but
Crowbar.
I'm trying to be stealthy. Does anyone have any, like, putty?
I have broken lockpick tools. If anybody has mending.
We do have mending.
Mending. I thought your lockpick tools were your claws.
They're little attachments that go on the end of my claws to make them more
Oh,
dainty.
okay.
When did they break?
When I was when Vent and I went to the temple.
No.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I've got mending. I can fix up some lockpick tools.
Oh yeah.
I can help. I also have mending. But if there's a roll, I can
Yeah.
help.
Oh, help action.
There shouldn't be.
There is a roll to unlock the door.
No,
Yeah,
no,
fix the
to
lockpick tools.
fix the lockpick.
Oh, to fix lockpicks? No, mending does it straight up. That's fine.
You're also welcome to try and help to unlock the door. I don't know if I can get help with that.
Would have to explain how he's helping.
Don't know about that, but you can probably get some guidance on the thing.
That's how I can help.
Hell yeah.
Make a
Alright.
D2 check
Guidance.
and add a D4 for guidance.
Thieves tool check. Oh, look at that. Did you add that in?
What, your thieves'
What?
tools? Yes, I did.
Oh, you're a babe. And
I
a
love
D4.
like little peek at couch sheets doing little adjustments.
Occasionally do things. I think I may have also changed your grappler feet as well.
Did. It's a 17.
17. You are getting quite good at this. You just
Hey.
find
Am I getting
tumblers.
experienced enough to get full proficiency in it?
Not yet. Soon. You get
Rambear learning to be a rogue.
and
need
the
one.
door is unlocked, and you can open the door.
She's the stealthiest, technically. Sort of. Even though she's got disadvantage.
It's at that point,
It's the
Thrungi at the
Oh.
back, that glow that Rambear talked about seems to be at least visible now to your right as far as looking at the door, but the door is open.
So it's getting closer.
I'll let them know. Guys, that glow's there, you realise.
Oh no. We should get through. Get going.
glow.
Rambear, quick. Lead the way.
Oh, Rambear doesn't want to lead the way, but
Okay, I mean, you can move out of the way if you want. Actually, you're probably best in the middle, actually, aren't you? Because Trace.
yeah.
You-
What's the? It's a range. It's 30 foot, I think.
Yeah, I would say it's quite big, but just in case.
I think we can do it. But yeah, okay.
Maybe
I'll-
lead the way?
Go through the door in case it blasts our baby wizard.
Nothing happens to you walking through the door.
Okay.
You come into a very long corridor that stretches both to your right and to your left. You cannot see the end of this corridor. It's got smooth marble flooring, white walls, and you can just about make out the arch of the ceiling high above you. You can see on the opposite wall there seems to be a tapestry of some kind that seems to be also extremely long and extending off into the darkness. That is what you see for now.
But yeah, I'm gonna step to the side and let maybe Thrungi, if he wants to, overtake.
Sure. But you'll just need to tell me where to go.
Did you say tapestry?
Yeah, a kind of woven tapestry on the far wall from where you walk through.
Can I go up to look at the tapestry
You can indeed.
and investigate it?
Are you all walking through?
Yeah.
Cool. Did you shut the door behind you?
Yeah, I'll go last and I'll shut the door. Like, gently.
You look at the tapestry. It seems to be. You're not entirely sure, but the kind of design and the pattern of it seems to kind of be detailing events, like scenes from a story or from history or from a song or something like that. It's pictographical essentially. It's not just a pattern. Roll. Anyone proficient in perception can roll a perception check. I'll also say Rambear because of the observant feat.
I'm not there. I'm not looking at the tapestry.
$13.
13.
Disadvantage is awful.
Rambear
See,
with
dirty 20.
dirty 20. Rambear, looking around this room now, Faendal has stepped in with his lit up cloak. Much more of the room is visible. He still stretches off into darkness even beyond the light spell, which I think is a 30-foot radius, something like that. It's a very long corridor. What you do spot is at kind of regular intervals along this corridor, the smooth walls, floors, and ceiling are ringed with copper bands that go all the way around.
The what's are ringed with copper bangs?
So the floor and walls and ceiling. It's like almost
But like the whole
design-
around the whole.
Yeah, full on arch.
On the floor as well, or no?
That point, Faendal, while you're looking at the wall, the tapestry, you kind of lean in and you spot that there is a figure of a knight battling what looks like a Medusa of some kind. You're kind of paying close attention to it. It looks quite interesting. While Rambear has kind of wandered off a little bit, heading, let's say, down the corridor to inspect one of these copper bands. And while you're getting closer, suddenly that knight seems to become three-dimensional as it comes out of the wall, brandishing a sword and swinging towards your head.
Can I back away?
We are rolling initiative.
Oh my god!
And I can't.
Oh, welcome to the library.
Stat blocker one. It's almost like you walked into a place that is heavily warded. Yes, initiative rolls, please.
So walked in. Or a hole in it.
Got carried in.
Got carried in.
Disadvantage because of exhaustion.
It is a skill check.
Rude.
Faendal.
Rude.
Well, they both rolled terribly on their initiative, to be fair.
Both. Or the Medusa.
25 to 20.
23.
20 to 15.
15.
15 to 10.
Well.
10 to 5.
The mo.
5.
5. What's your dex modifier?
2? Or 3?
That's good.
3.
We're in. Hide with one of the monsters.
Thrungi. This is a surprise round,
yeah.
so you don't get to do anything.
Cool.
Same with Faendal, Nyah, Rambear. On your turn, while you are surprised, you do notice as you get close to this band that the hairs on your arms kind of seem to stand up.
Can Rambear be surprised?
It's alert that means you're not surprised, not observed. But yeah, you feel that kind of spring up as it's almost like there is a static charge emanating from this area. Yes, Em?
Does my fur get really big and fuzzy?
It begins to. It hasn't fully yet. But the Balthazar, you see it with your positioning, just because Arbitrary placed you further up towards the north, as we're calling it on the map. Another one of these knights seems to come out of the tapestry brandishing a sword and begins to pace down the corridor towards you. And
I've seen the first one as well.
Yes, you do. You all see
Okay.
it, but they are fundamentally surprising you because you didn't know they
Yeah.
and he is going to make 2 attacks at you with his sword. They seem almost like projections, not quite ghosts, but concepts formed for something else. That is a 21 and an 18 to hit.
The 21. Actually, they both hit. I've got an AC of 18.
Okay. The first attack deals you 4 points of slashing damage and 10 points of force damage.
Yep.
Second attack deals you another 4 points of slashing damage and 4 points of force damage.
Cool.
Yeah. And it seems to kind of be shifting, like it's half 2-dimensional, half 3-dimensional. You're not quite sure exactly its positioning.
Weird.
It is now your turn. You are no longer surprised. And then the one in front of Faendal attacks Faendal with 2 attacks. One is a dirty 20, one is a 16.
Yeah, well,
Ooh, that's not great. 10 points of slashing damage and 13 points of force. And
Ow.
those are absolute triple ones. 4
Ooh.
points of slashing and 2 points of force.
yay.
The second attack. Top of the round, Thrungi, you are no longer surprised. You can
Really?
reach either of these. One is attacking Faendal, one is attacking Balthazar.
I'll attack the one attacking Faendal. He's old and weak.
Spring up next to him.
I wasn't long ago.
Not that long ago. Go for it, make an attack roll.
Cool, I'm not raging.
You are at disadvantage to hit because of its 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional effect. Like it's almost like a painting has come to
Ooh.
life kind of thing.
Did you roll disadvantage for it to hit me?
Oh, good point. Good point. I will re-roll each of them.
I mean, it got that first one.
The rolls were a 19 and a 20 on the second ones, both using the same die. I think you'll take the first 2 hits.
Yeah. Okay.
Literally, one would have been a crit.
Cool. Well, I'm attacking recklessly.
You are attacking recklessly? That makes it a flat roll.
Yeah. 12.
Hit. It may be hard to hit, but in terms of imagery, but it's not actually wearing armor. It just looks like it's wearing armor.
Fair, but I could have rolled worse. For 13 points of damage.
13. Second attack. Faendal, you're on deck.
A natural 20 again.
Go fucking for it. Absolutely fuck them up. Where did my sheep go?
Where did the other birds go? Wait, that was a deep. No, let's not roll you. Let's roll you. All right then. 30 points of damage.
30 points of damage. This thing, it was already kind of incorporeal. It now seems to kind of be stuttering in its existence quite a lot, as you've heavily battered it apart. Do you want to do anything else? Got a bonus action?
Nope. Bonus action, I haven't actually got anything I can do with Bar Rage.
Fair enough.
Yep, that's literally all I can do for a bonus.
Faendal, you're up. Before you can act, Rambear, you see it coming from the bottom end of the corridor, and Balthazar, from behind the creature attacking you, see it coming from the top. These copper bands begin to spark up, and lightning begins to arc between them, and then begins to jump down to the next one, and to the next one. At the minute, they are not where you are, but they seem to be advancing.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, the one in front of me's just died, hasn't it?
Nope, he's still up.
I thought Thrungi not just...
Not fully. He's holding off, but not fully there.
Yeah, alright.
What are you doing, Faendal? Nyah, you're on deck.
Not really that good when they're right in front of me.
What are you doing? He doesn't look good.
You know what? I'm gonna... Rather than doing anything like run away or anything, I'm still feeling a bit confident. I'll draw my sword again, and I'll chop it in with my sword.
Cool. You're at disadvantage to attack.
I'm at home.
Because it's
I'm at disadvantage regardless.
Yep. It's part of its feature.
Oh.
It is essentially 2-dimensional.
I might as well just shoot it then.
Yep, fine. Make an attack roll.
Blast it. Oh, 12's on both dice, so 23.
Both hit. Both would have hit, I should say. Roll damage, and let me know what type. Which should be on
15.
the spell, by the way. 15 points of damage? What
Still can't roll on the spell. And it still doesn't let me do it on the spell, but...
Weird.
It has them listed, it just doesn't... Are you saying you want the ability?
Yeah, what damage type?
Oh.
What was that?
Acid.
Acid damage. And the total was how much?
15.
15. You just up this close, just suddenly and this thing gets blasted with acid damage and just begins to melt away and almost fade back into the tapestry, and is gone.
Good.
Nyah, you're up.
Ouch. And then
Oh, sorry.
back up because I've noticed, but maybe not everyone else has. Guys, we need to leave this quickly. Leave this corridor quickly because of the lightning, and then back up towards the door again.
Nyah, what are you doing?
I'll follow Faendal's cue.
You gonna go
Since
through
the
the
thing's
door or
back.
just up to it?
I mean, you're basically at the door.
Yeah, I'm at the door, but we just came through the door.
Yeah.
Do you want to leave through the door again?
The lightning rings are lightning. I pointed out that the
yeah,
rings
yeah.
are lighting up with lightning. There's still a thing attacking Val. But
No, I'll open the door and I'll just yell, "Okay, everybody out!" And I'll like back away and make way for people to come out.
Okay, so you're standing by the door holding it open kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cool. Rambear, you're up.
Sort of turning around to survey what's going on. Hoping my hair's getting even fuzzier, and it feels very weird. I'm also thinking that Nyah's hair is just doing like something really weird outside of her helmet.
and our beard is getting like just.
Oh my god, Thrungi's facial hair. Like
Balthazar's the only one
a
affected.
troll soul.
There won't be a huge amount of facial hair because he lost a chunk
It's a
of
good
it.
point. A lot of it got melted off by acid.
Getting all controlled. It's like a thing. Just the end is like a lion's tail now.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I see Nyah trying to rush us like out. And I think that's a good idea. Do I have to pass any scary night guys?
No. Balthazar is
You
essentially
could help
walking in.
out. That's all it is.
Balthazar
You
is
could help
walking
out.
currently.
Can I do something to help Balthazar?
Don't worry about me. I can just like disengage.
That is true.
We gotta get out of this room.
Classic monk stuff.
Might as well just leave.
Yeah. I'm a turn and leave. How's Faendal doing for health? Out of interest.
He looks pretty rough. I mean, he looks pretty rough anyway, but he looks
Yeah.
pretty rough.
I feel like Rambear's feeling pretty bad for Faendal, looking so bad.
Actually,
We're just gonna do like I'm gonna walk and like leave the area, but I'm gonna just quickly healing word to Faendal,
Sure.
so you can have a little bit of health. A lot actually.
many
have some-
thanks.
10 hit points.
10.
We have some healing potions later.
Many thanks.
Cool. Ending Rambear's turn. As she gets through, as they get through the door that Nyah is holding open. The one in front of you, Balthazar, is going to continue trying to swing at you. Two attacks. Shitty rolls. A 15 and a 12.
Neither hit.
Neither hit. You just see them come in quickly. Parry the blades out the way. And that ends its turn. Nice and quick. Balthazar, your turn.
Can I disengage and run to close the door behind me as we all leave?
Currently, Thrungi and Faendal haven't left through the door yet. Faendal went to the door, and Thrungi was standing where he is. So, do you want to leave the door open while running through it?
Yes. Yeah, I'm not going to shut them out. I thought they'd already gone.
That's fine.
Yes, I will just disengage.
Thrungi,
I'm gonna hit it.
you're going to run up to the one that Balthazar left behind.
Yeah, and attack it twice.
Okay. Go for it. Attack rolls. At disadvantage. Reckless to
Yep.
counteract.
That's an 8, so 18
That hits.
for 14 points of damage.
Yep.
17 for another 14 points of damage.
Cool. This thing is still pretty. It's taking the hits, but it's still pretty holding up well together. Everyone else is running back through the door. Do you want to follow, or you stay there?
I'm going to stay there and just yell, "Leave the door open, I'll come once we've dealt with it."
Okay, that's what he says. The lightning arcs move further up and further down. Still got a bit of time. That is our turn. Faendal.
Ooh. Come here. Come with us, and then I'll shoot a beam at the guy who's fighting.
Cool. Make an attack roll.
Oh, I've been forgetting. I've got my fighting stat. No, I don't. It adds it automatically. With disadvantage, yeah? Or is that just melee?
Disadvantage.
Attack.
kind of hard to see it around Thrungi's like stocky form.
26.
Roll damage.
$16 damage all. Necrotic.
Necrotic. 16. You see, like, the almost not real, but kind of corporeal strands of whatever the tapestry is made out of, kind of wither and blacken underneath necrotic damage. It's still together, but heavily damaged and looking very weak.
Don't take too long, and then I'll go through the door.
Through the door. Nyah.
I'm outside. Like.
You're on
You
Thrungi's
are-
side of the door, yeah? Or did you jump through the door?
Going through the door. Waiting for Thrungi, or are you going through the door?
I mean, I was the first one to go out.
Oh, I thought you were holding the
Okay,
door.
sorry. I misunderstood. You were
Yeah,
holding
but like,
the
as in, I
companions.
was holding it like.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. That's my mistake. All good. You're in the door. That's fine.
On the door,
Do you
man.
want to do anything else?
You're inside now, so.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna kind of like look at Thrungi and like.
Cool. Rambear, on your turn, with your passive perception and having been one of the first through the doors, you kind of like you follow everyone through and you like turn around to check everyone's in the room, and you see another thing in this room, a floating orb, 3 spherical arms around a blue central thing that seems to hover into view, and it seems to kind of. It's very hard to tell something without a face, but like the arms kind of like bristle up, and that static magical charge in the center kind of just seems to build a little bit, almost like you would guess it feels threatened.
Go on, Ram. It's a pet. That's a pet waiting to happen.
That gets onto the initiative order. Actually, next. It doesn't know what you are, so it is going to. Yeah, it's gonna start. You like see it, and like that magical energy on the inside begins to like pulse outwards and become like a shimmering effect, and it's quite hard to tell where this thing is. That's all it does. Then it is the one with Thrungi. A dirty 20 and a 17 for him.
17 doesn't hit.
Okay. That is 8 points of force damage and 11 points of slashing damage.
Cool.
Balthazar, your turn. There is a monitor staring straight at you, but like really shimmering, and it's hard to tell where it is.
I'll just cast Ray of Frost at it.
Okay.
Is that a disadvantage or anything?
That's just what I'm checking now. I'm trying to remind myself what the spell does.
Did Rambear's turn out?
Yes.
Disadvantage.
Sorry,
Rambear's
Rambear. That's totally my fault, Emma. Sorry. Carry on.
Okay, it's okay. Let Balthazar finish his turn.
Yeah, I'll stick you in straight after.
14 to hit.
14 at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Does hit.
Oh, cool. 11 frost damage.
11 cold damage. You see this cold damage hit it, and it just gets absorbed by the magic. It seems to have no damage effect to it at all.
Grand. That's it.
End of your turn. Rambear.
When Balthazar was giving us, Faendal was. It's been so long since we played, guys. When Faendal was giving us the lowdown on what this creature could be, he didn't give us any information on its vulnerabilities or anything, right?
Not a clue.
He doesn't know.
No.
What's the point in having an old man?
What children's books are going to have the vulnerabilities of a creature?
Well, just Dracula tells you what was vulnerable to, and it's kind of a kid's book.
I wouldn't call it a kids'
Kind
book,
of.
but sure. What are you doing, Rambear?
Yeah, the monitors are weak to children's laughter and
That's so
stuff
confusing.
like that.
Yeah, the laughter of a child. Yeah. Well, Ramba's gonna. Okay. It's like really hard to hit right now.
It's like a blur. It's like hard to look at. Like your eyes hurt a little bit looking at it.
I'll make this a little bit easier for myself, just maybe for just a little bit. And like I can see roughly where it is.
Yeah.
See roughly where it was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Okay, that's a dexterity save for it, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
That is a 22.
I think that it saves it. That's really
It is
annoying.
Not touched by the fairy fire.
Okay, well in that case we're gonna Rabbit doesn't have that much to do. Oh, like to move. Gonna cower behind a column for a bit.
Okay.
I'd also like to use my spirit totem. We're gonna we're gonna do the hawk spirit
Thrungi, you're on
actually.
Okay.
So I will. Do you want me to read it to you guys or post it in the chat?
Post it in the chat.
Yeah.
Thrungi.
Guy in front of me still alive?
Yeah, he is, barely.
Uh, 13 points of damage.
Straight out, just cleave straight through him. He seems to separate, and what's left absorbs back into the tapestry.
Cool, then I go.
Dive out. Just as the lightning begins to kind of chase you down, but you get back through the door,
And I shut the door behind me.
and you realise there is a monitor that has been described to you, floating around, really blurry.
It's got a hawk nearby it. The spirit of a hawk.
Yes.
Thrungi just sighs.
That then happens. Faendal.
Wait, is it within range?
Not with the amount of movement you had to do to get into the room.
Okay, fine.
Unless you want to take the max.
No, because I kind of need it.
No. Faendal.
I will approach the monitor and lift my hand in a peaceful thing and go, we mean no harm, we are just curious, inquisitive learners seeking knowledge.
Roll
That's it. Try it.
persuasion check.
That's disadvantage.
I don't think this is gonna go well because I already
No.
shot it.
Yeah, but you didn't hit
He basically would have had disadvantage regardless.
it. That one.
That's one.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
It seems to take no notice, and you feel it kind of focus in on you. And you feel the build-up of energy around it. It's not its turn, can't do anything.
Oh. Oh no. Can I? It's a bit silly. Can I create item a book to offer it?
Sure.
Not like a real book, just like the shell of a book.
You do that.
It has to be like a piece.
You roll the natural one. It seems
Yeah, but
to have
it's
no effect.
it's there for it.
It's there for it if it changes its mind. Nyah, you're up. Rambear on deck.
Okay. Seeing as how it does not respond to Faendal's like okay to learn.
I'm not lying.
I can't see it very well, can I? 'Cause it's doing the
Yeah,
No.
it's blurred, basically.
okay.
Literally blood.
So instead of trying to hit it, I'm gonna cast Spectral Ram on it.
Which is still an
Isn't that
attack
a-
roll, so it'll still be at disadvantage.
Yeah.
But you're still trying to hit it.
But it's a wider area than like a tiny sword.
No, it's still the same thing though.
Okay, fair.
I thought you were gonna do something with a saving throw.
How do I make a ranged spell attack?
You
Same,
basically
just
roll the attack that's on the spell.
what does the spectral round say?
Make a ranged spell attack against the target. So,
Is it?
Your spellcasting ability modifier is your charisma.
so
Okay.
plus
So
7. D20 plus 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I use my reaction to give her advantage
What?
with the
It
Hawk
cancels
Spirit?
out the disadvantage, so it's a straight roll.
Doesn't have a thing.
Oh, it doesn't have a thing to attack.
No.
That's weird.
Yeah, I need to look into that.
15.
15. That hits. Roll damage.
Did you say disadvantage?
No, the disadvantage got cancelled out by Rambear using their reaction to give you advantage. So
Okay.
roll damage.
Awesome.
Hawk Spirit.
Awesome.
You can only do that once per turn, can't you? Because it's a
Round.
reaction.
It uses her reaction.
Yeah.
So.
It takes 8 damage, and it's pushed 10 feet away, and it has to make a strength saving throw.
Okay, you managed to push it directly in between a couple of the columns. Strength save is... Wow. That was a 19, minus 5, 14.
So it just
So
loses.
it fails.
So it's not prone.
Would knock it prone, except it is a floating object, so it just kind of tumbles and then rights itself again. But it does need to roll concentration check. That's an 18, so Blur stays up. End of Nyah's turn. Rambear's turn.
Grapple it. If it's got a -5.
I do kind of want to get use some use out the grappling, the new grappling
Do
feat.
it. I don't think
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna
do
do
have the actual new grappler feat that I built.
I
No.
thought I did.
You don't seem to, but it is there.
Second. I have to edit the character sheet maybe.
I'll get the feet up anyway. It's the same feat there, but with extra steps, with extra things. So, and the pinning is a bonus action rather than an action.
Weird stuff going on outside. Yeah, I'd like to try to grapple it. Yeah. Great.
Cool. That is an athletics check for you, an athletics or acrobatics check for it.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't roll well.
Oh no, sorry. I'll be a moment. I'm really sorry. I closed my character sheet.
You're rolling athletics. That is +2 for you.
Yeah. So it's a 10 on the first. I get to roll twice, yes? Right?
Yes, you have advantage. Well, you have advantage on attack rolls. Fuck it, have advantage for grappling. Let's make this be that. You were trying to grapple. What did you roll on athletics?
So the second one I got a nat 20, but I definitely don't get advantage.
Oh,
I was
okay.
just making a fool.
So what was the
So
roll?
that's a good question. Where's the log?
I mean, Gethin acknowledged that you don't get advantage and then said give you advantage anyway.
Make the feet matter.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what? It's tumbling at the minute because of the prone from Nyah. Have advantage.
Okay. I was a nat 20 in that case.
Nat 20. You just crash tackle it and like holding onto it, completely like submerged. It tries to like dodge out the way, but you're a giant bear form and you completely grab it and you're now holding it there. It's fuzzy to the touch, like it's like that feeling of like knocking your elbow because you're essentially holding a ball of.
It's a ball of static.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that feels weird.
But you are grappling it. You still have your bonus action,
Can
which
feel
as
it in
per
my
the
top.
feat that I've modified, you could restrain it, or you can do
Let's
something
do
else.
it.
You restrain it.
Really big gold bear.
Is that another grapple roll?
No,
It's,
I think it's literally as a
allied.
bonus action you restrain it.
Make
Does it-
another grapple check, it says.
Fair enough.
But I don't know if you've changed it.
I've only modified it to a bonus action rather than a action to do it. Yeah, make another grapple check.
Grapple.
It's rolled a 5, so
18.
18. It is completely like held to you. It is going nowhere. It is considered restrained. On its turn, it can technically try to break from that grapple again.
Can it while restrained?
Technically, yes. What it's going to do instead is just, in a blind panic, just cast Magic Missile straight at you, Rambear, just point blank, just poof.
Gonna hit anyway.
It auto
This is
hits.
nowhere.
That is 7, 9, 12 points of force damage. As these bolts just like, you're holding it, it's like, but it doesn't manage to free itself for it. And that is its turn. Balthazar.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and stab it.
Cool. You have advantage on the attack. It's still blurred, so it's a disadvantage. So it's a straight roll.
Okay. 13 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh. 8 slashing damage. And 3 cold damage.
Cold damage does nothing.
And then second
Its
attack.
blur fails. You now have advantage to attack it because it's restrained. Like, it gets rocked slightly in that. It suddenly becomes much more corporeal. You're more visible. I'm using corporeal a lot.
Wow, I got a nat 1 on the second of those, so 19 to hit.
Right, so right,
11 damage.
Advantage,
11
yeah.
damage. I heard nat 1. I was like, you're going to hit Rambear right now. But no, that was the other roll.
Oh yeah, that was the other advantage of it.
Fair. It's starting, like, Rambear, you're starting to feel like that buzzing kind of subdue a little bit. That
It's very
being
annoying.
said, yeah, after Balthazar's turn, you see another one of these things come further down the corridor towards where you originally entered the library, turn up, and it seems to get immediately aggressive, seeing what's happening to another monitor. But it is not its turn, it is Thrungi's turn. Thrungi?
Oh, sorry.
I thought it was for a second.
Fully brain fart. I will attack the one that's restrained.
Cool, go for it.
Trying the library equipment.
I was going to examine the one that was
Really
restrained.
like self-help monitors.
Was going to examine the one that was restrained, but Thrungi's about to smash it into pieces.
But I know we don't want help finding books.
What he's
Die.
decided he's doing. Roll to attack with advantage.
He's come out from defending you lot against the two things and seen you all attack it.
You say defending you lot. Oh,
All got out of there.
but
That was a matter of pride.
I killed the first one.
Roll to attack, Thrungi.
22.
That hits.
Mew. 7 points of damage.
It's still operational.
The second attack is a 24. With 9 points of damage.
You hit it one more time, carefully avoiding Rambear's arms, and boom, the metal arms just kind of clank off to the side. One of them stays in Rambear's arms. You also feel something else hit into your fur, Rambear.
Oh no.
You're just out on your turn. Faendal.
Can I examine the thing that just died?
It's currently still kind of in Rambear's arms.
Can I pick up one of the arms?
Sure.
And have a look at it?
Sure. Roll Arcana. At disadvantage. Because you're...
I'll also ask Rambear if there was any other bits of it.
You're still in combat, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
Okay.
They're not curious.
Arcana.
18.
18. This has some magical runes etched into it. Nothing exactly specific to it. It was a magical construct of some kind, is what you get out of that. But not much from that kind of arm.
Okay. That's it?
Cool. The other one turns up. Let's see. Thrungi's over there. Faendal's over there. Balthazar's over there. Nyah is still by the door. Can Thrungi, Faendal, Balthazar, and Rambear all roll me dexterity saving throws, please?
Anyone who's close to Nyah?
Everyone but Nyah, and Nyah is not within 10 feet of any of you.
And do I get disadvantage because I'm sort of held up in a ball on the floor?
No, you're fine. As the monitor down the hallway, seeing its compatriot essentially torn asunder and then someone picking through it, unleashes a bolt of pure arcane lightning towards all of you. Dexterity saving throws. Faendal.
15.
15. That is a success. Rambear.
This is definitely a success. It's a 5.
Failure. Thrungi.
22.
22. That is a success. And Balthazar.
Since it's relevant, why do I now have proficiency with dex save throws?
Because you have a feat
Thrungi
that
put out
gives you resilience, I believe.
Yes.
Which feat is that?
Resilience.
And why wasn't it already like done before?
I think something about it had set it to not proficient for some reason. I basically went and removed a manual thing that had been sitting on it.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
You have
24 to
24. You're not level 7 yet, are you?
no.
So you still take half damage. 10, 15, 20. Everyone who succeeded takes 12 points of lightning damage. Rambear, who failed, takes 24.
Ooh. Ouch.
And
Ouchie.
that is its turn. As it basically came around the corner and then shot a lightning bolt at you. Nyah.
Okay, I'm just gonna run up to it and attack it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You get halfway to it. It's a long
Ah,
corridor.
fair.
And lightning bolt
Oh,
is like a 120-foot line. 100 foot.
Yeah, fair. Okay, in that case, I will do another. I'll do another spectral ram.
Cool. Make an attack roll. It's not a disadvantage. Straight roll.
$14 plus 7.
Yeah, it hits. Roll damage, and I'll roll a strength save. Doesn't count. It's an 18 strength save, so it saves.
4 damage, and then you got to do the strength saving throw.
It rolled an 18 minus 5 for 13, which I think fails. It's immune to prone, so it goes spinning, but it is pushed 10 feet back. Cool. Rambear.
So, would it be possible for you to send a picture of the map?
Yeah.
I'm struggling to work out where I am in relation to it.
Yeah.
But is the Spirit Guardian within, I think, 60 feet of it?
60 feet. When my phone decides to focus. I haven't actually put your spirit totem down, so let's put it.
Out. It was. I will say it's like directly underneath where the
Yeah.
previous.
I got it. 60 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, it's within 60 feet.
Okay. Cool. Bonus action. I'm gonna move it.
Okay.
The other thing. And I guess. Can I just like as a sort of free move just toss whatever it is that's like I was holding from the other thing like into a bag or
Yeah.
like put it somewhere.
Yeah.
This is a
You've got a bag of holding.
actual action. Yes, with a shark. It's definitely where whatever this is should go.
Shark's not going to eat metal. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing will get damaged with putting it in the
Just
water.
the hand that goes to try and retrieve them all.
As your action?
And as my action, I'm gonna try. You know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I'm gonna try and blight this guy.
Ooh.
Oh wait, no, double. No, I don't think I can because it's way too far away. We're gonna go for double ram. We're gonna spectral ram it. Well,
Hey.
Make an attack roll.
Ram Town. Yes.
I'm rolling really high on these strength saves, but at the same time, it has no fucking strength. So,
Range spell attack.
so D20 plus your spell attack modifier, which would be 8.
Say maybe.
Yeah.
I was sort of hoping if I click on it, it doesn't do. Oh, it does do something. That's a 26 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
Nice. We're doing 3rd level, 2d10. Just 12.
12. It fails its strength saving throw. It's immune to prone, but it gets shoved all the way back into the wall behind it. I'm going to say that does an extra 1d6 damage for another 6. You can see it's pretty kind of like it's still trying to hold itself together, but it's taken quite a lot of damage.
Oh, and can I shout after it? How's that for ram?
It does not understand you
No,
in
I
any way,
can't.
shape, or form. Balthazar, Thrungi, you're on deck.
I can run up to it and
What's your movement
key
speed?
point dash up to it for a total of 80.
5, 10, 15, 20,
I
30,
think I did my maths right.
40. Yeah, bonus action dash, you can get to it.
Sweet. And then I'm going to stab it
Stabby stab.
because magic doesn't seem to work. Is that a straight roll?
It currently is.
Cool.
Unless Rambear
18
wants
to
do
hit.
anything. 18 hits.
For 11.
Yep. Second attack.
17 to hit.
Hits.
For 6.
How do you want to do this?
Just hacking away at it.
You
just
knock one of the
slice-
metal arms
slicing.
away. You knock a second of the arms away, and you just come in with a flourish and just like straight pierce the ball of energy. Your magic blade kind of flashes, and the whole thing just and everything falls to the ground,
Oh,
including a kind of circular-like disc that seemed to have been contained within the sphere itself.
Ooh. Can I pick it up?
You can indeed. We're now out of initiative order, by the way.
Okay. Is there not a disc thing from the first one?
There may
Back
be.
with the shop.
It might be in a bag of holding currently.
I'm going to throw the arm to the side because it seems useless. Was there anything else apart in them? Was there anything else in them things?
I've got this. Can I investigate it? What does it do?
Sure, roll me an Arcana check.
Oh boy.
I'll fish the other one out of the bag so Faendal can have something
Hey,
pretty to
dirty
play with.
20.
30-20.
Yeah,
You're not
I
entirely
will.
sure. But it seems to be a somewhat central component to whatever this thing was. And you seem to have damaged it enough such that it is now inert. One element you do seem to get from it, though, is that it seems to have some kind of passive enchantment built into it that still seems to be active.
I'm going to try and do the same thing with the one that Rambear's just fished out of her bag.
Roll an Arcana check at disadvantage.
Do you want to help me, Rambear?
Yeah, you've got. No,
I
I'll
was going
help
to
you.
say, Rambear, are you proficient in Arcana?
Oh,
No, with
well,
help.
probably not.
Help.
Oh,
With, you know.
Oh yeah, I
You can
can. Yeah, I can. I can help you in a less profound way, right? I can use
guidance.
Can I? Oh, I
Do you not
can't.
have...
I don't have guidance. I have resistance. We do have a friend who has guidance, though.
We do, but he's busy doing his own one.
He is.
So I got a 15.
Ooh, yeah, like you're able to tell that this was probably the, for lack of a better term, the AI chip of the monitor. The damage it sustained has essentially rendered it inert. That's all you get.
Ugh. Useless. Alright. I'll toss it to this. Do you want to keep it, Rambear? From what I can tell, it's worthless. It's damaged. It's broken.
Is it shiny?
It's walls, I assume.
It's
It's
there.
got rooms.
Pretty shiny, yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Rambear's gonna take it and offer it to Nyah. It matches your armor.
Does it have a little hole in the middle? Because I imagine it like a CD. I don't know why.
Sure, yeah.
Could put on a- you could put-
It's a hollow disc, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take it, and when we get a chance, I will tie it to the ribbon in my hair.
Oh, that's really
It
cute.
is only about like that big, so it's a bit big to
Only.
have there, but it does work. Yes. What would you like to do now? Oh, so it's Balthazar. What are you doing with your one?
Oh, just toss on the floor.
Okay.
I can't figure it out. I am not bothered.
Okay. Naya's got it in her hair. Balthazar throws his away. What are you doing?
Well, we shouldn't go back that way. That seemed like death. In the lightning.
We how many more of these As a meta question, this could annoy Gethin. How many more of these sort of obstacles do you expect, and do we expect, and how long do we think we have left?
Plenty.
Dolmen Gate.
No idea on either of them questions. I mean, it's only been like what,
You've
5
been-
minutes?
Yeah, like
That.
5 minutes tops.
Really?
So
Combat.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
only been in combat
You've been in combat a long
Mike-
time.
3 times.
within like 30 seconds of us coming in, we then immediately went into electric corridor. Immediately got into another battle. Immediately came back. Realistically, 2 minutes. That's all.
Have you guys noticed that Vent's gone?
Oh my god, Vent's gone.
Yeah, I
Yeah, he left. It was so weird.
Maybe asked at one point. Like, then I, the person, forgot to ask. I forgot. Oh my god, what happened to Vent?
he left. He came into my mind before he left.
What?
Yeah, it was weird. It was when I was paralyzed, and he was just in my brain. Have you not been paying attention, Faendal?
Yeah, she was paralyzed.
Oh.
I'm
Sorry.
assuming I've just wandered back over to the group or something, rather than shouting across the room.
I got
Yeah.
caught up in the moment, I'm afraid.
Uh-huh.
I
Clearly.
told you. When you get like that, it's not good for any of us, Faendal.
Yeah. It's not good for me. I'm tired now.
Look here.
Oh my, I got too excited in my old age, you know? Felt my youth again. Ben?
He,
Is he good? Is he going off? Did he choose to go off somewhere?
yeah, he said that he got a calling or something, and
Oh, okay.
he left voluntarily. I think he had some way to like navigate reality. Like it's something he'd been waiting to be able to do.
Oh. Well, I wish him well. He was a good person.
Yeah, he's off to murder,
What?
but it's for a good
I
cause.
I just said he was a good person.
To murder them to become whole, because parts of him are scattered amongst other people, so he's like collecting
Okay.
himself, but it's other people. Look, it was weird, and I was going through some stuff in my brain. But he chose to go, and he was glad to have met us. He wished us luck as well.
It was nice of him.
Okay. I wish him well in his murdering then, I suppose.
Is that why
I
he had the hole in his head? Because he wasn't fully collected himself or something?
It maybe. It definitely had something to do with his fire. So
Okay.
Weird.
I assumed it was like a birthmark, that.
No, I think he said that he, it went poof at one point.
Yeah, I think he did.
Around there, yeah.
What would you like to
Interesting point. Let us investigate the place further. We need to hurry up. We
We need to find stairs.
We need to
Sorry,
find
I would
stairs.
I just want to remind everybody that he essentially said that he has visited Nyah in her dreams because she was one of the few people he could count on to actually go unconscious. Something I have in my notes, like
Well,
reliably
I
so.
think I remember saying something along the lines of, well, Faendal doesn't dream, so I can't do that. And Thrungi would probably kill me if I tried this. And then just various other points were just like, yeah, no, it makes sense.
Alright, yes, we should.
Maybe.
Well, where do we go then?
Do we
Can
need stairs?
Balthazar and Faendal please roll me wisdom saving throws?
Of course.
Faendal's calmed down a bit too much. Needs to hype up again.
16.
22.
You
And
are,
we're like tonight. Whatever.
yeah, you're comfortably within Nyah. You are reminded of that pull, but you're not forced to do anything.
Did that too much at the beginning. Okay, yeah, we need to get down. Do we really need to find stairs? What was that? I mean, I was caught in the moment. I didn't really look at the hole, but what was with the hole in the middle? Did anyone check the hole in the middle of the big room?
It's just like
No.
balcony, isn't it? Over like, I'm assuming, a big room with multiple levels.
Was there floor underneath?
Rambear, you did see.
Yes. What was floor? I did try to
There
tell
was
you,
round.
but you walked away from me when you were buff, Faendal.
I'm really sorry,
I've
Rambear.
just got this imagery that Buff Faendal is Yugi when he uses the Millennium Puzzle. That's what I see.
But, you know, both Faendal's a bit of an ass, but you know, he can get stuff done. You know, I've got
Like
to do it.
regular Faendal. Okay, it's fine. It's
I
fine.
know.
There's
I like
the floor's
people.
only 30 feet. No, you do. You don't have
Is
muscles
it?
very often.
That's not bad then. 30 feet, we could get down that.
We could
Get
drop
some
a wizard
rope.
down that far. I have a ladder. I have a rope ladder.
No, I think dropping me down that far might actually kill me right now. So
Would you like a health potion before we get into any more scraps?
I was just gonna say I will drink my own health potion. I do have some. Thank you for offering.
By the way, you are still in the stacks of books, which a few have been
Yeah,
blown
are
off
there
the
any cool
shelves.
books?
Do you want to roll?
Faendal's not gone to look at the books. I can't look at the books. I can't read.
That's a good point.
But yeah, I've been a bit distracted. Can I absent-mindedly pick up one? Just
Roll me an investigation check.
just after I roll some health.
Yeah.
2d4.
I was just letting you know that you're still in this room. You're not looking over the balcony. To make sure
Investigation.
you're aware.
So 6 health. Disadvantage on everything. Tenses transformation. What was it? That would have been a 28.
You pick up a book. It seems that it's a book of poetry discussing philosophical ideas.
And Faendal read out one of the poems in Gethin's voice.
No.
Could read out one of the poems in Faendal's voice.
If Chris wants to do something, he is more than welcome to.
Are they love poems?
Rick.
Got is it love poems?
Just
I've got a love poem.
the poems about philosophy.
Oh, never mind then.
Are you googling love?
It is
Nope.
incredibly pretentious in just like it's philosophy which someone has decided to add pretension to it by making the reader have to absorb poetry to read it. It is a dick move of a book.
Ew. Yeah, toss that to the side.
What do you want to do?
I guess let's
I'm
go
not sure.
investigate
Can I see
that
what
main
section?
room.
Yeah. Is there a section? Is there like a label, like an arrow?
Not quite to that extent. Individual shelves are labelled as kind of the topics that are contained within it. If you were looking for something in particular,
There's no toilets this direction.
Magic orbs that
I'll tell you what.
direction.
Yeah. Above the doorways, there is a wooden like carving above the which kind of tells you what. The doorway back to where you originally started reads observing room.
Observing room.
Yeah. The doorway to where you were originally reads doesn't really, it just kind of reads corridor essentially. These are all written in Elvish, by the way. But yeah, it's kind of a nondescript. It was a corridor, it just happened to have a tapestry in, kind of thing.
Okay, now we'll look at the observing room one and go, I would have called it an observation room. But that's in
But
character.
here you
This is
are.
why the library didn't like you.
Rude.
Another character party. And this room, what is this room?
You would have to exit out one of the doors to check.
Can I quickly go pop out the other door?
Which door?
The main door. Not the corridor door.
The
The
one
corridor door.
into the observing room.
The observing room door.
You do look back in there.
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check.
Is the hawk totem still up?
Not within
Right.
range. Might be in range to you.
The hawk totem still up, Rambear?
Yeah, I think so. 15 minutes.
Oh, then yeah, it's still up. Comfortably.
I'll double check, but it is quite long.
Then it's flat. Flat roll. 18?
No, it's a hawk one. You need oh no, wisdom perception checks. No mind, carry on. So what was the total?
18.
18. You notice it essentially just says stacks. To the stacks.
Oh no, sorry, it's not that long.
How long is it?
1 minute.
Still
Until you're
been,
incapacitated.
still been enough time for a minute.
Just enough.
That's fine.
It's literally, this is a room of books.
But you do also hear a off-key buzzing and insect-like chittering coming from below.
Oh.
It's very subtle, it's very quiet, but
Well,
rolled decently high.
I'll come back to the group. This is just like a book room, I guess. We could look at individual parts, but I don't think that's why we're here. Did anyone else hear like buzzing in that main room? I didn't notice it before. Like insects.
Oh yeah. You gotta do this, and Rambear's gonna like do the ear thing. Like you gotta. Sometimes it helps if you open your mouth and like and wiggle your ear, your finger in your ear. It'll help.
I'm not sure. I'm not. Like, it's gone already. It was only in that room. There was something in the room. It sounded like it was downstairs. Did anyone else hear that?
Nope.
No.
Pretty sure we heard it before we left, but we just followed you into this book room.
Anyway,
Do you think it's something that we
it sounded really creepy.
should be investigate or go away from it? What
I mean, we need to go downstairs anyway. Yeah. Should we should we investigate this room a bit more? I think we could probably just go stairs, to be fair. We can get down a hole.
I don't know how far the floor is below.
About
It
30
was-
feet.
It was like 30 feet.
Okay.
We've
About the
got
length
rope,
of a rope ladder that's been tied off to something.
got a rope ladder. I mean, we've got floaty stuff.
You have floaty stuff?
I might be able to get floaty stuff.
Maybe we can make stairs anywhere with starlight barriers, but
Even better, we can make
Mario
a
level.
Slide, yeah. What are you on about?
slide
Why does it have to be horizontal or vertical? Diagonal and just.
ramp.
That's a new use for a wall of stone.
What you doing?
I think we can just use it. Well, what do we want to do about the weird noise?
Do we want to just go? I mean, we don't have lots of time, but did anyone want to look around the books? Anyone want to stay and look around the books? You know?
I
mean-
think we should go for the orb first and then
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah, I
Folks.
agree.
We don't have a lot of time. Maybe one day we can come back.
Can I quickly look and see what the aisles are named, if there's any interesting categories?
I'll say in here doesn't seem to be. It seems to be this is a less frequented. It's a very niche kind of subject. Focusing on, I'd say, philosophy and poetry are sections that you seen up here. Sculpting. It's very artistic. This section essentially.
Faendal's disgusted. Horrible.
Faendal's a snob.
Faendal's got a BSc. He doesn't like BA. Doesn't want to read books from a BA subject.
So you're heading back into
the
observation
main room. Yeah.
And then doing what?
Actually.
Yeah, you're
That
young
sound.
Can I hear the buzzing again?
scientist.
At this point, you've been made aware of it, and you do hear it. It's very subtle. From where you are, you're just about picking it up because you've been told about it.
Did I see Rambear zapping that bird with the moonbeam?
Yeah, you would have.
Yeah. Okay. Because I saw that fly down there and I know there's something, can I throw a coin down onto the floor below us?
Sure.
See what happens.
The light
Little coin.
The light fades from Faendal's cloak.
Oh,
Is
Is he lighting the coin?
Yep.
Yes, that's what I assumed.
Yeah.
And the coin sails down and illuminates a pretty broad area, or at least part of a very broad area. Even that amount of light, feels like a very big space in general. But down there you see a number of kind of like reading desks with what look like lamps set on them that would allow people to read things in better light. Open spaces to walk through, and you also see some archways that lead off into separate areas, essentially. Before you can do anything else, one of you're kind of watching there, and you see a monitor come barreling out from one of these archways at a very fast speed, faster than you would think essentially a librarian robot would travel. Roll a perception check for me.
Oh, nat 1 for
Nat
5
one.
to...
You just see it come barreling out and into the space, almost like it's heading. It's very intently headed towards this space. What do any of you want to do?
I'm just going to stay leaning over the edge, sort of watch what it does.
Anyone else?
How far is it?
From you?
Yeah.
So it's it's probably a good, with the angle, 30 feet, and then maybe about 50 feet across. Not 50 feet, about 20 feet. So 2, 3, 4 triangle.
No, it's a 3, 4, 5 triangle, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. More than 30 feet.
Yeah.
Fine, I can't really do much about it then.
Before anyone reacts to anything else, you see come barreling out of the space that the monitor came a swarm of horrific insectoid-looking creatures that seem to be clambering over each other and along the walls, hell-bent towards this monitor. You see the monitor kind of spin around and fire off a couple of beams of arcane energy towards these creatures. It takes a couple of them splattering against the walls as they go, but there are a dozen or more of these things come spilling out and literally jump onto the monitor and start tearing it apart as the monitor panics and almost inaudibly screams coming from it, and it gets torn apart before collapsing on the floor from these creatures. Have an image.
That's horrible.
Have an image in chat as these things come barreling through.
They're horrifying.
So upsetting.
Yeah, terrifying.
Also, should this be happening? Oh, that's horrible.
This is wrong. This is very wrong, Rambear. Very wrong.
What do you do?
Is that their actual size with that human skull?
They are considered small.
Yeah, but that's the skull.
Yeah, that's the size of your torso, essentially.
Jesus Christ, and a swarm of them.
Roll a quick perception check.
It's like when you order a small Coke, but you're in America, and so what you get is 2 liters of Coke.
Yeah.
Insects.
8.
You could make
No,
up at
like-
least a dozen.
On the floor below.
Yeah.
So,
And
this is wrong, guy. This is wrong, Rambear. I don't know if we should get involved. Feels like we should get involved, but it's too much.
what do you do?
Does it look like when they attacked the orb,
The monitor.
the monitor? I'm so sorry. Were they like jumping to get onto it, or were they sort of flying?
They were jumping. They
Jumping,
didn't
okay,
look
can't
like
fly.
they fly. No.
Okay,
Can you
I
roll
could-
stealth checks for me, by the way?
pass without traces off.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to say definitely in there anymore. Do we want to fight them? Because I could take out a lot of them right now.
I was thinking
With
fireball
fire.
as well, but do we want
Fireball
to get
team.
involved?
Stealth checks. Balthazar.
5.
Faendal.
10.
Nyah.
5.
Rambear.
And
Thrungi.
15. Is this with pass without a trace?
Pass without traces and up.
Cool, that's fine. It's 15.
You guys are looking over and you begin talking a little bit too loud, and these creatures seem to pick up on it and begin to scurry
forget-
towards the walls.
they might be able to climb.
Oh no. So they've separated. They've separated.
They're heading towards one wall, essentially. Not directly underneath you, but like up the side, or towards the side.
All in a clump.
Pretty much, yeah.
Alright guys, sorry. I'm taking this. They're not risking it. Fireball.
Okay.
Might make them angry.
Just because it's you, I feel obliged to ask, is it a fireball? Or are you using bits?
These are insects. Burn insects.
You use a fireball, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. You quickly conjure the spell, unleash the bead of magical energy. This red beam goes cascading across.
Oh my god. Was caught on D20. In the beyond.
It hits the middle, and you see the start of that crescendo of fireball before it's cut out like there is no air in the room for fire to exist, and the fireball does not go off. I guess we're rolling initiative again.
The moonbeam.
No.
I'm going to consider
No.
them 2 swarms for this.
Going to
This
force
library.
it, but they're insects. I can fire it. I should have just done force damage.
You have learned
Screw
something.
this. Screw this game. I'm
25
not having a
to
fun
20.
day. 20.
20 for Faendal. 20 to 15.
19.
19 for Nyah. 15 to 10.
13.
10 to 5.
8.
Really bad job.
And 4 for Rambear. One of the swarms goes first and gets up the wall, but no further than that. And is to essentially the north of you, where the Starlight Barrier was originally. Essentially, and this swarm is basically large enough to fill the the space of the walkway, so you wouldn't be able to walk around it. I'm going to arbitrarily put people in. Balthazar and Faendal would be together, Thrungi would be down there, and let's say Nyah was up by Balthazar and Rambear. That is a turn. That takes movement and action. Faendal.
Okay, that didn't work. Are they all roughly close together?
The swarm that's up on the side, yes.
There's two.
That's
No,
up on
there's
your level.
three.
There's another one that's kind of crawling along the bottom floor still and heading up the wall. There's two swarms, essentially. They have divided slightly, but they're still swarms. One of them is heading up basically directly where you are standing towards you, but it hasn't got to the wall yet.
Who out of us seems the most on it?
Nyah
As in-
is.
Nyah, you're hasted.
You feel a surge of adrenaline go through you.
And then I step to the back.
Cool. You are basically in the centre, but I'll move you as far back as you can. Nyah, you're up. You could get to that swarm if you wanted to.
Okay. So are we standing like right in front of the drop? Or...
Yes, you're essentially on the balcony looking over at what happened.
And they're like almost ours, essentially. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna like yell, find a way out of here. Like, find us a way out. And I'm gonna kind of like step forward on the balcony so that I'm the first thing that the insects face. Am I in reach to like hit any yet? Or, like...
So to hit some, you would have to move northwards. Essentially, hold on. Get the map up. So there is a group that is up on the walkway, but is north of you for intents and purposes, and there's another group that is still coming up.
Okay. In that case, I'll move towards the ones that are already at the top.
Cool. Go for it. Make your attacks.
Okay. Where is my sword? Sorry. 17 to hit.
Hits.
Nice. That is 12 damage plus. Wait, because I keep forgetting that I now have extra damage because I'm like.
Oh yeah, you get that additional D8, don't you?
And I'm doing it because I keep forgetting. Where is it? Improved Divine Smite. Strip D8 of radiant damage. So it's 12 plus 8. That's 20.
20 points of damage. Nice.
I hasted you.
Oh yeah, you hasted me. Okay. I'll hit that one again.
Yep.
That's 27 to hit.
Yep.
And that is 8 plus 7. 15.
15.
And I'll hit it again.
Go for it.
That's 29 to hit.
Yeah.
And that's 8 plus 5.
12.
13.
13.
I extra speed is so helpful.
Yeah, you just start coming in like radiant blasts of energy, a couple of them like scattering away, but the other ones start to crawl towards you, their teeth and like spine hooked tails like slashing towards you. It is the second group's turn, which were close enough, so climb up in that gap between Thrungi and Rambear, and most disconcertingly of all, right where the open dolmen gate is.
Ooh.
But they get up and they are going to unleash a swarm load of attacks on Thrungi and Rambear. That is going to be 4 attacks on Thrungi, 2 attacks on Rambear. On Thrungi. Holy fucking shit! A 1, a 2, a 4, and an 8.
Bring it.
None of them hit Thrungi. On Rambear. A 1 and a 9. You see these fucking things coming and just like battering them off. They're trying to bite through and nothing happens. Well, a 13 is the top dice, but that still doesn't hit Rambear. Oh, no, I do apologise. Give me a second. They have advantage. They have pack tactics. So, on Thrungi, I think 3 attacks will hit with a dirty 20, a 21, and a 23.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Shit damage rolls. 4, 5 plus 6, 11 points of piercing damage. And can you make your wisdom saving throw, please? And
9.
9. You are frightened of these creatures. They are a horrifying swarm of something misbegotten to normal life. And you are genuinely scared of them.
How close is he to...
Are you immune to
How
frightened?
close is he...
I get it at 10th level.
Fucking don't.
I was not going to say, like, how close is it to Nyah, because I'm pretty sure if you're within 10 feet of Nyah, you're immune to
Nyah
fire.
has moved. Rambear, with that advantage, one of them does get a critical on you. Rolls a 1 on the damage dice, that's 4 points of piercing damage. Can you make a wisdom saving focus?
4 points of damage, and... sorry, I'm just going to roll a 20 here.
Thrungi, you're on deck.
Oh! So 4 plus wisdom. Oh, is that 8?
Don't you have
You've got
efficiency and saving
proficient.
throws?
Oh, I do.
So 12?
Sorry, it's 12.
You're okay. You are initially horrified with these creatures, but steel yourself to realise they need to be put down. They are not natural, and fuck them. Thrungi, you're up.
Cool. Thrungi basically goes, ha ha, and then just lays into them raging.
Go for it.
And time for Reckless.
Yeah.
How many swarms are there around us? Is it just the one?
There are 2 swarms I've done this as.
Okay. Thrungi just laying into them.
Yeah. Nyah's got 1 swarm, you're hacking into another swarm.
19, 29 to hit.
Yeah.
For 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage, got it.
Second attack is 25
Yeah,
with another 18 points of damage.
got it. That's wrong. Just cleaving into some. One of them just gets like torn asunder and cast over the balcony and skitters away as its legs kind of curl up in that ungodly spider way. Did you rage with the bonus action or are you saving up?
No, I raged as a bonus action.
I just wanted to check. Balthazar, you're up. Rambear, you're on deck. Where did I put you, Balthazar?
I don't really... Right in the middle,
Oh, I
think.
know where you are. You are... Sorry, Okay, I'm just going to switch Rambear and Balthazar, because with them. You are close to...
Okay,
you
so
are
Close to the
10
top
feet from Nyah, essentially, yeah.
Yeah. Can I use one of my metallic breath weapons to try and incapacitate them?
You're using these...
Enervating breath, the
Yeah.
con save of DC 14.
Which swarm are you going after? The one Nyah's fighting or the one Thrungi's fighting?
Yeah, the one that's closest to me, the top one.
I mean, yeah, that's right.
The top one.
Constitution save, yeah?
Yeah.
That is a 6.
They fail that. So they're incapacitated.
They're incapacitated, okay.
And then, just to follow up, I'll use the other type of breath weapon to just breathe fire at them.
Cool.
So they have to make a 14 dex save.
You breathe out what traditionally is fire, it begins to come out of your mouth and is immediately squashed by an effect.
Ugh.
Roll me
Fair enough.
a insight check. While Rambear, you go.
Cool.
17.
17. You
Sorry.
get the feeling that this was squashed by something pervasive about the room you are in, not anything else.
Yep, cool.
The swarm that's headed to back to Storming Gate.
Yeah, that you are standing next to.
How big is the gate's like entrance actually
The
in
gate-
terms of animal size?
The gate is about medium creature size, maybe a little bigger.
Cool. I'd like to summon a creature.
Sure. What are you saying?
So rules is written, I have to have encountered the thing I've summoned. Like, I have to have like some reason, not encountered it in game, but like there's got to be a good reason for me having seen it.
None of it,
Yeah. Would I have potentially ever heard of, having lived in a forest with druids all my life, a giant constrictor snake?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'd like a big old long snake. To like, I just want to summon it and just clunk. I want it to be plonked in a like spring style fashion in front of the.
Okay, so you're kind of
It-
summoning it halfway
Blocking it
between
off.
this world and the next.
So it's on our side, but just blocking off like.
You would be trying to summon it into the swarm space to do that.
Like right by it.
Yeah, they are a large swarm.
Something on top and it goes.
Well, I think I've done that before. I don't know that I can do that again. If I can summon it, I can't summon it in the swarm space, unfortunately.
Make me a wisdom check.
Wisdom.
So d20 plus 4.
It's a 14.
14. It takes a little bit of effort to do it, like compared to sweat, either way, to summon it in a space that's not quite a plane. It's a thing to connect planes, but you do manage it, and the snake kind of takes form there. We always rule that snakes go immediately after you, because fuck rolling their initiative, that's a pain. I'm just going to write snake into the initiative. Did you want to do a bonus action before the snake goes, or what?
No, I'm good.
Roll attack that snake.
Great. It's gonna do the bite attack.
Cool, go for it.
It's a +6 to hit. Sorry. 1d20.
The sword
Does a
against
10
Nyah is on deck, but it's incapacitated, so it can't do anything. So Faendal, you're on deck.
Does a 10 do anything?
A 10 does not hit, like, tries to snap down, and the thing that it snaps at, like, skitters around and jumps onto the snake and prepares to attack it at a later turn. Faendal, your turn, because they are incapacitated, the ones that Nyah are fighting, so that doesn't help.
There's one that they don't get.
Yeah, you are the other side of the Dominant Gate, essentially. You would have to kind of, like, come around it to...
Oh, I'm really close then to them.
You are very close to them. You would, in fact, technically, officially, you would provoke an attack of opportunity, but there is a different space that they would move into to attack you, so you're fine. You're essentially using the Dolmen Gate as cover.
Oh, excellent. Are they the incapacitated ones? Sorry,
No, the
they're not.
incapacitated ones are further up,
No.
which
Yeah.
only Nyah is currently fighting.
And I run away from these ones that are right next to me in the Dolmen Gate without. Or is that going to
You
put me
can,
into
run
that?
you can run in one direction, and that's towards Nyah. Or get further behind the Dolmen Gate, if you wanted to, by moving 5 feet.
Not massive, like, a couple of feet, 10, 15.
Okay,
And then shooty shoot.
John, you move towards Nyah.
Okay.
You can attack roll.
Are the ones near the Dolmen Gate?
Yeah.
Yes. Finally. That's a nat one.
Yeah, so many nat 20s today. Roll that damage type and roll that damage.
So, this is a special nat 20. That's good as well.
22 points of elemental damage.
He's still with fire. He's still with fire. Poison. Oh,
Poison damage.
I need to put poison.
Yep.
I have a fancy stat, and as I shoot this beam of poison damage, it's got a shadow of light behind it. It seems to do a second hit.
Which is also critical.
An extra, it's an extra 3d6 radiant. It says when I get the crit.
Oh, when you get
Extra,
the
extra.
sorry, what I was saying, yeah. 3d6 radiant. Whew!
2 6s and a 1. That's nice.
Unleashing Faendal, you like dodge out of the way as this blast of poison just comes barreling through. You take it on the chest just because you're a beast. Followed by this radiant burst behind as these critters are like sent flying. Nyah, your turn.
Okay, I will keep attacking
You're incapacitated.
my swarm. Yeah,
Incapacitated doesn't give you advantage, but keep rolling.
fine.
It's just they can't do actions.
Yeah.
Or reactions if you attempted to move away.
15 to hit.
15 hits.
Nice.
They are a swarm. It's very hard to not hit a swarm.
Now, if you're trying to punch us before these,
15.
15. I will get. Yep, 28 to hit.
Wailing away on them.
9 plus 13 damage. And then another 15 to hit.
Yeah.
And 9 damage.
There is one of these things left in this swarm at this point. It's like it's still like hissing and snapping at you with its claws and stuff. But yeah, you've whittled this thing down in a couple of turns. It is now the swarm by Thrungi, Rambear, and the snake. Let's see. Nope, they are purely going to start trying to eat. So again, the same. It's going to be 3 on Thrungi, 2 on Rambear, 1 on the snake. Nah, 2 on the snake. Advantage against Thrungi. 2 hit Thrungi. For 6 first. For 10 points of piercing, etc. damage.
Is that
5.
Yep, cool.
The 2 attacks against the snake is a 15 to hit and a 16 to hit.
Hit.
That is 11 points of piercing damage, and the snake needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Sorry, how many points of piercing?
11.
Nice. And wisdom saving throw. 14.
14. It's not afraid. And I don't think a 15 hits you, Rambear. Cool. You are okay. These things have not done a lot of damage. Surprisingly, your armors and dexterous skills have prevented it. They have been pretty shit at rolling. That is the end of their turn. Thrungi, you're up. These bastards keep trying to bite you and aren't very good at it, to be honest.
I'm just doing the same thing again. 28 and a measly 10 points of damage.
What do you roll to hit, by the way?
18.
No, as in, what's your modifier to hit? Sorry.
Plus 10.
Cool. Provided you don't roll a 1 or a 2, you're fine. Just to speed your turn up.
And then another 18 points of damage, so 38, 28 in total.
Literally one left who has 2 of its legs missing and is just kind of angrily trying to snap at your ankle. Somehow it's still alive.
Okay, with my movement, I just stamp on it.
No. Balthazar, your turn.
I will come up to this swarm and just start hacking at it.
What, the one with the Nyah?
Yeah.
Cool. There's only like one left. It's not even a swarm anymore.
13 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
10.
It's still
Second
up,
attack.
but barely.
Is 12 to hit. Damage rather.
Yeah.
Or,
You see this
Or
last
19
one,
to
and
hit.
just you come in and just we're gonna flavour this as 2 attacks in one, and just like bring the sword down like straight through its like thorax, and it like splays out as kind of greenish with like a pink oil like blood kind of seeps out of it onto the floor.
Gross.
Rambear. There is one heavily wounded insect-like creature.
Can I hold my turn until after my snake gets a little snack?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Let's check.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe it won't make a good job of this, but can I just roll from this? That'd be so good. Oh, sick hunt. 23.
Yeah.
So sorry, I can send you a picture. But there's if you're on if you go on D&D Beyond and you look at the creatures,
Oh right,
gives
that
you, like,
ability. Yeah,
roll.
yeah.
It's cool.
That's really cool. Sorry, I can't remember what you said, but it probably hit.
23. I think
Yeah,
it
definitely
hits.
hit.
It's a
It
2.
has 1 point of damage.
plus
How does
4.
your snake want to do this?
Oh, you know, like when you throw like a little thing for your dog to eat, like a little bit of meat, and they're like,
Yeah.
and the snakes like flick it with a tail into
Okay,
the
so
air.
its tail just comes round. Yeah. Roll me a Constitution saving throw for the snake.
This is a magical summon snake.
Yeah.
Okay. The 20.
20. It's fine.
The snake rolls better than I do.
It has the look on its face of like, hey.
Snakes eat insects.
Yeah,
It's like a normal
this
bugbear.
isn't a normal insect.
Horrible.
This thing is wrong on so many levels. Every part of your natural druidic training tells you this thing shouldn't exist. It's wrong on 1,000 levels. What do you guys want to do? You're out.
I have a big snake.
Ew.
And now do we go down then?
I mean, can we take a moment? It's been quite a stressful last 3 minutes.
Are there any other doors in this?
Yeah, let's
There
let's
are-
look around.
now you're further up there. You can see another door that leads essentially north out of this room, and yeah, with 60 foot of dark vision, you could see that there is a door the other side of the room as well, directly opposite the door you originally went through.
So that was
North,
west or
north and directly east, basically where the other 2 doors are. And
right,
also,
yeah.
actually,
So we would
no,
do the
that's
west
a valid
one.
point. There is also one directly south. All 4 cardinal points. The ones directly south are bigger. It's essentially a set of double doors rather than the other ones, which
We've
seem to be
seen that before. We need to go there.
Wait, which way?
South, the bigger doors.
You want to go to the big doors? Okay.
I'm thinking a library. That means big, grand staircase downwards. Yeah.
Question: would a huge snake fit through a big door?
Yeah, it's a snake. It can
Hell
go
yeah.
just on its belly and snake through.
Yeah, I never know when it says huge. I'm like, is it like because it fills a cube, right? A 3x3
Yeah,
cube.
that's it.
But
That's its like threatened space essentially,
Slinky.
rather than exact dimensions. Because
Curled up.
imagine like it's a springy little guy.
it
but
can
yeah.
definitely keep coming with you.
Oh yes.
All right.
So you head towards the south door.
Try and open
You're
these.
still gated for a 30 seconds, Nyah. Do you want me to give you that breather now? Or do you want to stay hyperactive for another 30 seconds and maybe struggle with the breather after the doors?
Yeah, okay, I'll take a tiny
Drop haste,
breather.
Nyah.
Take 6 seconds to catch your breath.
Like,
And then you're fine. So you head up
Yeah,
to the
wrap
doors.
it. An echo
Big doors.
healing
You
potion.
said big doors? Because you know you're blind. It's quite dark.
I can see the doors, thank you, Faendal.
I'm not sure you can.
Can I see the doors?
No, not really. The light is currently down there.
I'm like, yeah, I can
Quite
see
well.
them. Now. They're right over there. And I point in like the wrong direction.
Brilliant. I love it.
Right. Let's go to the big double doors then.
I also missed 2 other doors. I can't even read my map. There's 2 other doors to the north, but they are still like single doors rather than double doors. Yeah. Apologies. You head down towards the double doors. They are shut. What do you do?
Locked.
Open it.
Shut.
You open it. Stephen, make a strength saving throw.
Got that.
Every
Hey.
single door we need to now
20 for
investigate.
22.
You take 11 half to 5 points of force damage, and are like shoved a bit back from the door as you see runic things glow around the locks and handles.
Electrified door.
Doors.
So you touch the doorknob and go.
Faendal, can you deal with this one like you
Can
did
I
the last?
see runes? Can I see runes on the doors?
Yes, it's the exact same runes that you noticed previously.
Oh, I'm really running out of spells.
There might
For
be other
once.
ways. There might be other ways to get around it.
There might be other ways.
Crowbar.
I feel like that's going to be you making strength saves. I also feel like lockpicking is going to be much the same. There might be other ways around it. Do you want to try just lockpicking, Rambear? I don't want to be really wasting high level magic every single time. If we can just open them through the door lock.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I don't really want to waste my valuable life getting blown around by spell doors, but I guess that's I guess I can try.
Make a thieves'
While
tools
you do
check.
that, I'm going to chug another potion of healing.
Make a thieves' tools check, I guess.
Oh God.
Is Stephen, you providing guidance?
Yes.
Thank you.
Seeing as I've just been blasted by this door.
Could have probably done with some guidance yourself there. Oh baby, yeah, not so great. That's a 8 plus D4. It's a 12.
Make me a strength saving throw.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Faendal!
Maybe if you succeeded it,
I doubt it.
maybe if
11.
11, you take 18 points of force damage and are thrown 10 foot across the room and land prone.
I just wasted a health potion.
It slams
I'm
you,
gonna.
it slams you into the balustrade behind, and you're just a little bit dazed for a second.
I am very sorry, Rambear. That was my bad. I should not suggest that.
From the pile of fur that's like disgruntled pile of fur on the floor, like this tiny little paw. Well, a very big paw actually reaches up and you can see the middle finger extended up.
As much as I hate for the meme to continue, do you want to try the crowbar? Nyah seems
Do
so
we want to
fortunate.
try the crowbar?
I'll try the crowbar.
Cool.
You're just forcing it
Nyah,
open.
you
Worked
walk up
so well.
to the door, crowbar in hand, and you see the runes begin to flash and then dim completely.
Was that like a warning of like,
Is it scared?
woman, back away?
Did you intimidate it? Oh no.
What'd you do?
If you approach it with the crowbar again,
We didn't go
I'll
back.
put the crowbar near it.
does it light up again?
You are standing right by the door. Nothing seems to happen whether you move the crowbar away or anything like that.
Okay, I'll just put the crowbar in, like, carefully, and then prepare to like.
Cool.
If that works.
Make a strength check with the crowbar.
Strength. Where's the strength?
The crowbar literally magical all this time.
Oh,
Could you imagine if I turned the crowbar into a magic lighter without telling you?
You have secretly been like, this is a crowbar of anti-magic locks. It's a crowbar of knock.
I'm writing that down. That is a genius idea.
Crowbar of knock! Oh my god! That's genius. Sorry, what did you roll?
19.
17.
19. You quickly force behind it, and there's an element. You realise you don't want to necessarily force this open brutally. just because it's a nice place, it's a nice door. It feels a bit offensive to just go in and ham. So you just kind of like jam it into the lock, and you actually find the bolt, and then just start levering the bolt until it just you break the lock, and do a little bit of wood damage, but nothing too bad. And you essentially force the bolt of the lock back into itself, permanently destroying the lock. But the door is open.
Wow!
Doors.
You should leave in the crowbar.
Nyah, you're opening every door from now on.
I'm just gonna like walk aside and like dust the crowbar up, like it's open.
Where is chanting that crowbar? That's it. Crowbar of knock.
The MVP.
I'm
Crowbar
creating
of
that
knock.
item. It isn't this, but I'm creating that item because that is hilarious.
No,
and fun.
we're gonna make it this.
Fair.
If we ever get to the point of wish spell, that's my first wish.
That would be brilliant if that's what you literally get. Wish. Go. I'm turning this into that, and then immediately you roll to lose wish. You get it.
Oh,
You open up into another mezzanine, essentially. It's a wide open space. Nyah, you can't see shit, but it's airy and spacious. That is all you get as you walk through because you can't see anything.
can I see any braziers or lanterns or anything like that?
You can see a couple of fixtures on the walls. They don't look like braziers. In low light, they look almost like gems kind of embedded in the walls. But they don't appear to be giving off any light at the minute. Where you would expect a brazier to be, these are where these appear to be.
They don't look flammable.
No.
Nyah, if you're struggling that much, you could get a torch out.
We can try with torches, but
I mean,
fire
that'd
spells
help
never
the
work.
rest of us as well. I mean, it's not like us. It's not like us guys are seeing super clearly,
Oh,
and I know you have them.
Nyah, you
Fine.
can. Do you like to ride a snake? Snake has blind sight.
I mean, the rest of us can't see particularly well
Yeah,
either.
fuck the rest of you. I'll ride the
Like-
snake.
We could do with light anyway.
Was that
If
torch
someone
all
does
right.
what-
or not?
You lighting a torch?
No, I'm getting on the snake.
Okay, you're just gonna sit on a snake, barely being able to see the floor.
I don't have to. The snake sees it for me.
Nyah
Very
is on a snake.
trusting. Okay, we can't see much
That
either.
would
You
turn
said.
into a fanfic.
So we
Uh,
can't see much either.
no,
Did you
you're
say?
in grayscale.
I'm gonna light up another coin
Another
and
coin.
just
Yeah.
hold it in my hand.
Burning
This
through these
room,
coins.
lights up, and you
Yeah,
can
the,
see, as you look out, a number of the wall spaces have their own bookshelves on it all. They're not completely full, these bookshelves, it doesn't seem, but they're healthily full. There is a set of steps leading from where you are standing downwards to this. Kind of a broad set of steps. And you can see either side of you are two small doorways that seem to lead to small rooms based on the rough geometry that you have of the space. And you can also see further ahead there seems to be two stairwells that seem to descend to a floor below, further ahead of you.
Great stairs, and I'm just gonna start wandering down them.
Roll
Yep.
me. No, I'm joking. Balthazar
Oh,
starts
finish.
leading the way with his. What have you lit up? Sorry?
A coin.
coin,
I
yeah.
just hold it in my hand.
Just holding a coin.
Yeah.
And begins walking down
So
the
you
steps.
imagine just tracking all the copper coins that you're losing.
I've kept track of the ones I've thrown. I have.
I respect
but
that, Stephen.
Normally, I just pocket it again.
Right.
So you head down the initial set of steps essentially to this mezzanine, and you can see that it opens up to a space down below, and then you've got the steps that actually lead down to the. If you're on floor 1, floor 0, or whatever. What do you want to do?
Can we see round like behind us towards where we first saw the monitor?
So you want to like look over the mezzanine kind of and background, or do you want to head down the stairs and then look around?
Down the stairs and then like round. I'm assuming we then look underneath where we saw the creatures come from.
Yeah, okay,
Like-
I get what you're trying to do. You can roll a perception check for me.
8.
8. It's dark down there. And you're trying to keep the light away for a bit, just in case there is anything down there you don't want to alert it to your presence, so you're kind of relying on your dark vision. What you do hear is that buzzing noise.
Oh,
And
God.
it's sending a shiver up your spine. That sense of just that is close enough to natural that it feels that you can tell it's buzzing, but not exactly natural, and you hate it. That fight or flight instinct is kicking in.
Okay. I'll mention that I can hear noise, the buzzing from that way. To everyone else, I don't know where we want to go from here. What else can we see, like, in front of us?
In terms of heading downstairs, you can't see much. It appears to open out into a white marble floored atrium, open space kind of thing. But you don't see a lot.
Where
You
does
see
the...
so the stairs essentially will come down, and then tell me, as you walked out, did you take the stairs on the left or the stairs on the right?
Left.
Left, cool. So you would head down, the stairs would then curve to the left, so towards like the outer wall of this room, and then fully down onto the floor.
Okay, so they were then, we'd take the left ones, they go down east.
Yes.
Cool.
Where is the spear dinging us?
Yeah.
Still further down.
Still down.
Yeah.
Can we see any way to get further down?
Oh, no, sorry. These maps are two-dimensional, so I'm confused. The stairs that you're on just lead straight down, and then you can exit left or right. It's that turn to east is another set of stairs that seems to lead down.
Okay.
Okay.
To the floor below.
Carry down those ones.
So you're heading down onto the ground floor.
Yeah.
Cool. Is everyone else following?
Balthazar's in the way.
Yeah.
What is the marching order?
I'm first.
I'm going to
Well, why it's
assume
the corridor?
Second. I'll go second because, you know,
Balthazar, Faendal,
buzzing.
Rebecca,
We're the
go.
ones that want it there the most.
Rambear in the middle, Nyah then Thrungi, or Thrungi then Nyah?
I'll go at the
Am I-
edge, seeing as Nyah can't see in case
Yeah.
he comes up behind us.
And also Nyah is on a snake.
Go behind the snake.
Can Balthazar... No, can everyone roll me a wisdom saving throw, please? Sorry, constitution saving throw. Should read my stat blocks.
Oh, no.
Useless snake.
Go back to wisdom.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Sure. Go
Yeah.
back to wisdom.
22.
And Nyah, right at the back.
Yes, so...
Yeah.
Thrungi, Rambear... Technically, no, because the snake takes up a lot of space, I'm going to say only Rambear and Thrungi are within 10 feet of Nyah. Such as the fact of them being on a giant snake. So, Balthazar,
22.
22. Faendal,
Oh!
4. Nyah,
10.
Rambear,
Dirty 20.
dirty 20. And Thrungi,
It's +3 with Nyah, isn't it?
yes.
27.
On a wisdom saving throw. Sorry, it's
Oh,
constitution.
you said
It's
Constitution.
constitution. That is me confusing myself with it. Correct.
Nice.
Of course you
Did I
succeed
get
on that.
+3?
It's constitution. Rambear would have got +3, yes.
23.
23.
The snake is on 14.
And the Sneki got a 14. Remarkably, the snake's alright when Nyah's not. As you're heading down, Faendal and Nyah, that buzzing suddenly transforms into alluring. Like a thrum, a calling towards you, and you begin to walk off the stairs, not falling off the stairs, but instead of following where Balthazar is trying to lead, towards the centre of the room.
Is that taking me away from the direction of the sphere?
No.
It's the direction of the sphere still.
Ish.
Does that mean I
On
get
the
off the
two-dimensional
snake?
plane, yes. On the three-dimensional plane, still kind of technically yes. You know what I mean?
Okay. Just double check. I feel like that would be conflicting otherwise. But, yeah.
But that is where we will pick up next time. As Faendal and Nyah, you are charmed and are walking into a dark room where
Wow.
there is buzzing.